The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Do you boys know the German title for Wreck-It Ralph?
No.
No.
It translates to Ralph has had enough. And
the subtitle.
Well, the German title for Ralph Breaks the Internet is even funnier. You ready?
Yeah.
What is it?
Ralph has had enough too, trouble on the net.
That's so weird.
It's so
stupid.
Utterly sourceless.
I love it.
But the funniest thing is,
Ralph
like, Toy
Has Had
Story.
Enough is the funniest title for anything.
I figured the sequel would be Ralph is at his breaking point.
Ralph can't be fucked.
Handle this.
Ralph goes on a murder-suicide spree.
Yikes, okay. Ralph can't
they really
fucking
bullied
even.
him.
But also Toy Story is an interesting one because in I think Germany and the Netherlands, I think it goes Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, but then instead of a Toy Story 4, it's called A Toy Story. All is quiet without the commander.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why?
Yeah.
That is interesting. Okay.
That's so stupid.
And then for
Why
Cars, you've got,
change
you
it
know,
that much?
Cars 3 has a much cooler title, actually. It's called Cars 3 Evolution.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not cool. Like, it's not.
I think it's kind of
that's fine.
badass.
I can accept that.
That reminds me of like when anime give their episode titles like really long names.
Oh, I love that.
The greatest
I've been like,
about
no, I've been
Goku
watching like
versus Medusa.
yes,
Dragon Ball
Ball
Z
is
Kai was
great
like
for
that.
that. Yes, that's what I've been watching, and I've noticed that the titles are incredibly literal, and I love
But
that.
other
It's
times,
like
yeah, because
the
they
great-
retranslate them, I guess.
the great battle
Yeah.
begins. The Saiyans have arrived.
Did you
Yeah,
notice
it's a
there's
more
two
accurate
episodes called
translation.
Vegeta Has a Ball, and they're like 6 episodes apart from each other.
I have not noticed that.
Fucking great.
Krillin explodes, Super Saiyan activates. It's like, why? Why would you call it
Wow. I wonder what that is. Ian, you got like super quiet all of a sudden.
I was about to say, yeah, we finally start the show, and we did those sound level tests, and now
It's
he's
like you took your volume down by like 12 decibels.
he's like, I'm
Oh,
going
that's
to
more than
reduce my volume.
That was a minus 30.
I have. Is there anything I can do to resolve this?
Don't worry, I will
I
turn you
don't
back
know.
up to 100. But if you suddenly jump scare everybody, we know why.
I have you at 200 and I can hardly hear you. Why? I guess
Well.
I could just turn my volume up and turn everyone else down.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry about it for now. Welcome everybody to Sunset City, the Sonic podcast for the classic and modern age. With me today is, as usual, Garrulous64.
Hello, I'm here this week.
Yes, he is. We have Franken.
I've noticed you've started calling me that. Is there a specific reason?
It's kind of just habitual.
I'm not going to
because
say stop.
it just sounds
I'm not
kind of
gonna say
cool.
stop, I'm
It's
just
like
curious.
more often than
okay.
not, I refer to Dylan as Dilnor. So I think it kind of makes.
Gotcha. All right.
I
can live with that.
It means I trust you. And of course,
So,
Trey will probably be with us later, but we do have our Green Ranger once again, Ian Waffles.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, Trey, I should be able to let him go once the ransom has, made it through the PayPal, so we should be good.
Let him
Hey.
free my man.
Excellent.
Wait, so who has to pay the ransom?
Well, one of the lovely viewers through,
Through Super Chats. Dig
this
deep,
is-
everybody. Obviously, we've got to do our little bit of housekeeping that we usually do. Super Chats are read out at the end of the show. It feels like ages since I last did this. Super Chats are read out at the end of the show. And we do have a Patreon page where you can get different benefits, including joining our Discord server and socializing with ourselves and other Sunset City fans. And we do have a call-in thing, so if we have time, we'll probably do 3 or so calls, short timer thing, like usually about 3 minutes. So, yeah, if you don't get picked, no biggie. But, yes, if you are in our Discord server, you can access the channel call-in queue, and we can drag you in here at random. Okay, with that out the way, Sunset City is open for business. How are we, guys?
Doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
Yeah, things are fine. I got the house to myself this weekend. My buddy's on camping trip, so I'm gonna do basically the same shit I always do. I'm gonna sit in my room and play video games.
You can invite any females over.
No.
I'm having a great time because now I get to take off every Friday for the next 3 months. So it's gonna be great.
Ooh. Hey, nice, dude.
I don't use
I
my
found out,
vacation for anything else. So
That's awesome.
I found out that just down the street from me is a little paddle boat hire for like £18. And I'm like, I think I might just hire a paddle boat at some point, but once I have a little extra money. But between two people, that'd be like £9 each. So there's this lady I'm speaking to, and I asked if she wanted to get a paddle boat, and she said yeah. So like that could be something that could happen down the line. But yeah, paddle boats, man, they're cool. They're called green boats. Makes me think I should bring some weed onto the boat. But
Dude,
international
I don't think
waters,
you know, smoke weed while you're like rafting. You don't want to fall out of the boat.
It's not that kind of boat. It's like it's a sizable boat. It's not like a big boat, but it's like it's not a canoe.
You could still fall off the boat, dude.
I'm not gonna fall off the boat, Dylan.
You could though. That's what I'm saying. It's possible.
Pup's doing doggy paddling.
Bad Nick Mechanic, you are banned from the call-in. We'll just have you. We'll have you as a guest again someday. I promise. Okay, I promise. But okay. So yeah, we got a really great show ahead of us today. Big one, big show. Are we ready to get stuck in to some topics?
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start with some fairly breaking news. Something fresh from the kitchen. We got some information about the fate of the original Sonic Generations, courtesy of the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter today. And it is that on the 9th of September, the original Sonic Generations will be delisted. And that's something we all saw coming, but they have given us kind of a date of when to expect that to happen. However, there is a bit of a compromise. They said that they have listened to us fans on this one, in that, you know, they want to preserve the original, and so it will be preserved via bundles. So, like, if there's a bundle that has Sonic Generations as a part of it, and the original version is listed there, you will be able to get the original Sonic Generations as a part of that bundle.
Yes. And big point, just because in case anybody doesn't know or hasn't experienced this before, if you already own Sonic Generations on any of these platforms that it's being delisted from, you are always able to re-download it from the store, even though it's not currently listed. You own that game, so
Yeah.
you'll have it theoretically until the Steam store goes down in the year, like,
Or if
9 million.
Xbox stops supporting 360 games altogether, which I
Well-
don't
Or
think
that,
will happen.
yeah.
I feel like they will continue with that.
They've said the Steam version will be completely unaffected. I think the Xbox, you know, that will still be available, but, like, as long as you own it already. However, yeah, I think Steam is going to be the number one way of getting Sonic Generations, the
Yes.
original, if you want it. They did make a point as well of saying that...
Could I talk about this part?
Oh, by all means.
This is just like, this is something I've been like glowing about all day because it's so cool to hear it directly from them. They said as part of their tweet, they announced about the delisting. They said, hey, we're going to try and preserve this though. They're going to put it up in the bundles. And they mentioned specifically that the modding scene on the PC version is not going to be affected by this. So I believe what they mean is like, the way that they will be selling the original version in the future, you can still use it for mods. So you don't need to worry about scrambling to get it right now if you don't want to. So that's awesome. Like, that's
That is
incredible to
huge.
me, because if you look at other companies like Nintendo, they take down mod channels by the dozens just because they can, because they feel like it. And to see Sega embrace that entire side of a fandom is insane to me, and I just really love the transparency, and I like that they are listening to us. I like that they're actually paying attention to what people are asking for. It's really nice.
I like how often they've already acknowledged mods, like when they used the free cam for the first Sonic Symphony, the one that was broadcasted on their YouTube channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
There
And
was
then
also
this.
director Morio Kishimoto saying that mods are, in a way, like, you know, the benchmark for quality that they kind of want to live up to. Like, that's also very
amazing.
promising stuff.
I think
amazing to hear from an official person from there, because like
if they keep embracing mods like this, I give it a couple years before they start officially acknowledging it, kind of like how Bethesda does with like Doom 1 and 2, like they did recently. They updated Doom 1 and 2 to be crossplay compatible, but they also mentioned about mod support and everything. So
that's
that
good
would
to
be
keep
Sega.
that in mind. I'd really like that, but I guess my one fear, right, about them like fully embracing mods, like if they were to say, "Hey, we have a mod like launcher in our game now," like
they'd probably be
I
strict
think they
about
would
it.
have to be more worried about content that's put in from other games. You know, like they would have to be more concerned about like, oh, this mod replaces Sonic with Mario. Like they would probably have like
Oh, that's fair.
problems. So like I'm glad that they acknowledge mods. I don't specifically need them to go, "Hey, we love mods. Here's mods in the real game." Like, you know, they don't need to do
Yeah,
that.
or
I
like
just
this
that
is
they
the
let them
mod of
exist,
the week or something. Like,
and they
Okay, so
acknowledge that they're a benchmark. That's really cool.
The reason I laughed when you mentioned Mario, because of a video that I saw that was like Mario and Sonic Frontiers in the
I saw
cyberspace
this.
stages. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
you know what I found to be the funniest part, though? I was like, this is where I really realized part of what I love about Sonic so much is how weird it felt seeing Mario with like a tank and an attack helicopter. Like, it just felt so strange seeing him with that scenery. It's like, but Sonic feels right at home here. I feel like that's why I prefer Sonic. But it is worth noting, though, while it's cool that they've acknowledged the mods, it is very much spun in a way that kind of sounds like they listened, when in actuality it's more, we found a way to charge you $200 if you want the old generations. And this is going to be me being cynicism brain. At the end of the day, I understand why Sega, from a business standpoint, would delist the original generations. They want you to buy the new one. They want you to get that one. It makes total business sense, and that's more what I expected. And this is a step in the right direction. It's not perfect. Perfect would be if they just kept it available, but had a little thing saying like legacy version, so that people know that this one won't come with the shadow stuff. However, like, the bundle of which they speak, the only bundle I can think of which exists is the Sonic Generations Ultimate Bundle on Steam, which costs, if you want the entire thing, on my screen it says £168.15, so round that up to around about $200. That being said, you're not paying that for just Sonic Generations. You would get Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic's 3D Blast, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Spinball, both Sonic 4 episodes, really enticing that, Sonic Adventure 2 with the Battle DLC, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed Collection, which means all of the, you know, the Sonic Racing games, Team Sonic Racing, Sonic Lost World, Sonic Generation, Sonic Mania Plus, and Sonic Forces, which is a huge bundle, and that thing is often kind of on sale as well.
That shit goes on sale a lot. Yeah.
And
it's
better
also,
yet,
it's also less expensive if you already own some of those games. They decrease the price if you own stuff in there. So, like, right now when I go on there, that says $15 for me.
Yeah, so it's not like...
It won't even put it in my cart.
It's not like a Sonic Mania Plus situation where it's like, you own half of this, but you still got to pay for it. No, your price will depend on how many of these games you already own. So, it's not the worst thing in the entire fucking world. It's not ideal, in my opinion. I would still rather it be listed... Go on.
You might be able to get it individually as well on other sites as well, like GOG or
CD
stuff
keys
like that.
or
Maybe like Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
CD keys, maybe. I don't know. Those will probably run out eventually, but like
CD keys has not
and that's like a little.
They have not had Sonic Generations in stock for a long time.
Okay.
I only I was looking for it so I can get it for my brother, because it was like, oh hey, you would probably really enjoy this game, because he kind of did enjoy Forces. Like, oh, you might like Generations, you might like Colors. I'll just let him play the Xbox version of Colors Ultimate.
You roll your sleeves up like you bloody ought to enjoy fucking Generations if you enjoyed Forces.
No, I'm just like, oh, he might enjoy it.
Yeah,
he might enjoy it. Who knows? So it's like, oh, Forces might be a good like starting point, but yeah, who knows?
It's also quite good that they have given you a date for when it's going to get delisted. You have until the 9th of September to get that original version.
They gave you 1 month.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to have to get, either Sonic X Shadow Generations, which I suppose fair, sort of, if the game is more or less unchanged, for the most part anyway. It's like, at the end of the day, you can't really buy Sonic Colors anymore, but you can buy Sonic Colors Ultimate, and that's a much more radical departure than what Sonic X Shadow Generations looks to do.
I was going to say, that one's a little different because Sonic Colors was Wii exclusive. This one was on multiple platforms. It was on PC, Xbox 360, and PS3. You could still get physical discs for the console versions, but for PC, until the 9th, Steam is your option, or you could wait for a bundle. And what I would suggest to, like, if you really don't want to pay over $200 for it, slowly pick up like different Sonic games as they go on sale, and then wait for another sale for that last one for Generations.
True, yeah.
I think that'd be the only way you'd probably be able to pick it up.
I say this
for a cheap
because
price.
I'm all about preservation. I wish we could still get the original Sonic Colors on new consoles. I wish we could have the Dreamcast versions of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 available on PS5, Xbox Series, and Switch. I think that's more important than a remaster, in my opinion. But obviously, like, that's a separate conversation. I'm always gonna wish that it were just like, we could have Legacy version available. But it's, this is still an okay compromise. This is not as bad as it would have been. And when I say bad, I really mean industry standard. Like, this is quite a good standard that they are setting with this.
Yeah, and for those looking for the 360 version to play on your Xbox One or Series consoles, they're available used. They don't cost too much.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. I mean, does an Xbox 360 disc work on an Xbox Series X?
Yes, it does. That's how I
hell
play
yeah.
Generations on Series X, though I don't play Generations on Series X very much.
Does it still come with the upres as well? Like, the frame
should.
boost?
It should.
Cool.
Yeah, actually, it does. It does. That does, and Sonic Unleashed does. And the first listing, you don't get a manual, but if you don't care about that, then so be it. $13.
And that
American.
frame increase, like, I have said what I've said about the frame increase version of Sonic Generations, in that breaking a few of the pathways is quite an expense for me. But if you're okay with playing without those pathways, you'll probably have a smoother experience than you would otherwise.
I really wish Sega would have, or whoever was in charge of
Xbox.
Of doing like whoever was in charge of that, I really wish they fixed that. But
yeah, I
that is
think
what it
because
is.
it's Microsoft doing it, they obviously only have access to so much, but it is a Microsoft thing, and it's offered for more than just like Sonic games as well. So that's probably why that is the way it is because Sega would be the ones that could actually go in there and fix it, but they haven't really touched that. But I'm hoping that when Sonic X Shadow Generations comes out, that won't be a problem. If it is, we'll be having some reviews. We'll be having some interesting things to say. But yeah, it's all pointing kind of in a positive direction with this. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Yeah, I'm super looking forward to it, and I just wanted to point out I don't know I don't know where we want to do this or if we want to do this right now, but we have one Patreon question from Mr. Terry Chaos that's very related to this.
Then go
he
for
said,
it. Yeah.
I just saw the channel light up for the first time, and I just decided to check. So I see you. If you could have another Character X character game announced, which would it be? They would go for Sonic X Knuckles Unleashed. Give Knuckles the Werehog combat, but get rid of that damn battle music. Thank you.
That would be cool.
And Knuckles
That
can
would be
scale
really
the
cool.
buildings across the world and see what he was. Yeah, that's a cool idea.
That's a
I
really
think that's
cool
like
idea.
a good choice because
Knuckles would lend
supposed
so
to be in
well.
that game, right?
He would lend so well to Unleashed. You could give him kind of Sonic speed, like his general ground speed. I suppose you'd have to make it quite a bit less slippery though, because Sonic is pretty fucking slippery in Unleashed. But give him like Sonic's basic speed, but give him some like levels that are kind of Werehog adjacent in a lot of ways. And I could totally see that. That would be great. Like, I suppose to answer the question
I think
though.
if I
Sorry, go on.
Oh, yeah, you
No, you go first. You go
no,
first.
no, you go. You finish your thought. No,
Okay.
you go first.
Oh, okay, all right. I would say Sonic X Silver Frontiers, and I know it's way too soon for a Frontiers revisit, but release a version with fixed pop-in, better integrated Final Horizon DLC, Maybe tweak the appearance of the islands a little bit, and give Silver his own story in there. Because I feel like Silver in an open world could be really cool. There's like certain like challenges around that open zone that could lend so well to Silver. Remember those Tetris challenges where you had to like kind of line the blocks up perfectly? Imagine doing that with
Silver could do that.
psychokinesis. Like, I mean, in a way, the Psy Loop is very similar to psychokinesis. So I think you could definitely like work some of Silver's abilities in there.
Yeah,
Well,
I
if you go
think
kind
first
of,
of all, yes, I'm doing that. Absolutely, I want that. But I was thinking of a fun. Sorry, Ian. I think I just heard you too. It's hard to hear you because you're very quiet right now.
No, you're fine.
Sorry. I think if I were to pick one, I would do something a little crazier. I would do Sonic X Silver Adventure 2, and I would make it almost like it's sort of a. I would try to make sure that it's common knowledge that it's not like a canon thing. It's more like a what if or a side story type thing, where Silver just goes back in time way too far, and I would just feel like that would be a really fun idea. Just throw that guy into that chaos that Adventure 2 is and see what happens.
Yeah, just a fun what if adventure.
Silver's the popular
just-
choice right now. I'd love to hear it. What say
Let's
you,
do,
Ian?
Let's do Sonic X Blaze Forces, and every level you play gets deleted by Blaze's flames, and the point of the game is to delete it from your hard drive, but you play as Blaze. There you go.
I was almost like,
All right.
You know what though? A Forces
Alright.
revisit where they actually flesh the game out a lot more would. I mean, you've already got a lot of the work already done by the Sonic Forces. Is it reimagined squad?
Yeah.
Overclocked.
Yeah.
They're overclocked and
Overclocked
reimagined.
too, yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, you could, yeah, easy peasy.
No, there was a lot of, there was a lot of potential with it that obviously just went untapped. I mean, as far as a real answer, like I really like the idea of Silver and Frontiers. I think that's just a great idea, especially if he has any of the kind of movement options of like Project 06, where like he's really fun to move around in that.
Oh, I also imagine like how cool
Yes.
his combat could be. Imagine if like where Sonic can like fight one enemy at a time, Silver can sling enemies into other enemies. Like that would be cool, right? Like that'd be kind of sick.
Just a small thing as far as the combat. Like one of the games I really love is called Gravity Rush. I don't know if any of you have ever played that, but part of that game
Gravity
is
Rush.
like trying to get in a flow state of like using anti-gravity. And one of the fun things about the combat in that game is like when you hit an enemy, you always bounce off of them, but you bounce off of them in like an arc to where you're constantly like moving in a new direction. So I think if they wanted to maybe improve Sonic's combat, maybe have it be that like when you hit an enemy, it's almost like you do carry some sort of momentum by the angles you hit them, and like you can kind of like fall back and then like boost around or whatever, and then or it could launch you into the air, and then you could use that momentum to maybe come down even harder on a different enemy or something. Just kind of like the biggest thing with like the combat in Frontiers was always just the fact that it's just kind of like stop start. So if you could create some sort of flow state, and then you could kind of add that to the other characters, I think that would be really fun.
You could beef up the air dash as well and make it like a float for Silver. But Franken, we haven't heard from you yet. What say you?
I've been trying to think of one, and I don't think I have anything I would want to suggest. Like what kind of revisit and which character I could add.
Sonic Lost World and Knuckles?
No, I don't want Sonic Lost World. I hate that
Sonic
game.
Sonic Dream Team and oh my god, Sonic X Silver Dream Team, and then put it on consoles.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm down for that too.
You know what's funny about that? Okay, so there is an RPG called Fantasian that's Apple Arcade exclusive, and that's actually getting a console and Steam re-release. We could realistically get something like that if Sega's wanting to do that.
I hope we will. I know that Izuka was asked about this just like a couple of months ago. And he said, no, that's an Apple Arcade thing. That's never going to be on consoles. But to be fair, I would say the same thing too if I had a contract with Apple that hadn't expired yet. So,
yeah,
I guess we'll have
those
to see.
Contracts are about. I believe those contracts last for about 3 years. I don't know. That's about how long Choo Choo Rocket Universe lasted before it was delisted, and one other game.
Definitely need to see Dream Team get ported to
Thanks,
Switch,
Dylan.
though. It just makes so much sense.
Sorry.
Ripe for it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, what if
like,
they-
It's a.
What if they did
Even
like
if it was just like a $20 game or something on, or a $30 game with a physical copy, like if it was something like that, that'd be cool.
what if they did Sonic
I'd pay
X?
that.
What if they did Sonic X Knuckles 3? So it's like Sonic 3, but you can play as Knuckles.
Damn, I bet that would improve things a lot. Actually, that'd be pretty
I'm
cool.
gone.
I don't think anyone would fucking care. It'd be no one's favorite Sonic game.
I
I'd
thought you were
play
just
it.
gonna leave it. What if they just do Sonic X Knuckles?
I
So-
just thought about it. I was like, wait, isn't that kind of what Sonic 3 and Knuckles is, except you're playing an easier version of Sonic 3?
Yeah. Sonic X Knuckles kiss time.
Yep.
I mean, we're getting that with
That's what I'm
Sonic and
saying.
Shadow. We're getting Sonato Generations, so
Hell yeah. Well, how about give us Suckles 3 and Knuckles? Yeah. I think
Hold
it's
on one
quite
second.
good.
I'm just getting a phone call.
Oh, he's getting a call from his cool new friends. All right. Well, shall we just sit in silence until he comes back?
Unless anyone wants to sing.
I don't want to sing. You want to sing? You can sing.
look, you could sing, but have you been to all the Chippies?
I'm not gonna do it on a stream. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. That's just our thing, Franken. Okay, that's just our thing.
Okay.
It's a special thing.
All right.
I've told you not in public. I've been to all the chippies. I ate the
I'm just
fucking
glad
lot.
to be on. And this episode, I've missed him.
Oh, where's Trey though, man? We got this extra seat here. Your pelvis isn't even on the seat, Ian. I gotta fix it. Hang on. Where's the thing? Because we can't actually move on into the main topic until everyone's here, because I've got a PowerPoint and I want everyone to see it.
Oh, okay.
The Nate Morgan PowerPoint has to go into the
Hall of
comedy.
Fame.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame.
The Comedy
I just
Hall of
thought of-
Fame.
I just thought about this. Does Sonic Generations have DLC on Xbox?
It's got the, and this was pre-order exclusive, Casino Night DLC.
Yeah, but usually if they have like a pre-order, they'll probably put it out on the store for like a few dollars.
I don't know if they did that on
Usually.
Xbox, but I know they did it on
Oh, yeah, I
Steam
see it right
because.
here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh no, never mind. It takes me to the Xbox. Okay, so that one's delisted.
It could be though because the Xbox 360 store went and dipped.
Yeah, but then all of the other 360 games would vanish as well. But all of the backwards compatible ones are still available.
Actually, you know what? There's two little topics that we can discuss. Have you guys heard they've released the Shadow Generations remix of Final Rush?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Really quick. Yeah, they do have it. You just have to look for Generations on the You have to look for Sonic Generations and then go to where it lists the DLC, and then Casino Night Pinball is there. So you can probably still get it. I don't know. I have it on my account because I bought it a long time ago.
It's the most nothing DLC ever, and it will be included in Sonic X Shadow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find
you know
out.
what? Preservation. You know.
Oh yeah,
Gotta
absolutely,
have a complete game.
absolutely.
Sonic Superstars.
Superstars.
Where's my comic skin? Damn it.
So, yeah, the new remix of Final Rush is for Space Colony Arc Act 1, and it is by Teddy Lloyd and Jun Sonoy. And Teddy Lloyd is apparently quite a big deal. I don't know any of the work he's done. Apparently he's done like an anime series called Panty and Stocking before. Haven't seen it myself, but just...
That show's funny.
Okay. It's not porn, is it?
No, but
Well, then I'm not interested.
Some of it goes borderline to that, but
Well, then I'm interested again.
You'd definitely be interested, Pup. I believe you watch that. You'll probably end up watching that show with one hand. I don't know how you normally use your eyes, but
Yeah, I just put my hand on the screen and pick up all the TV static. But yeah. So, what do we think of the Space Colony Arc Act 1 music?
I like it. It's pretty good. Like I know with the Kingdom Valley one, like obviously like it's a bit different than the old one, but it didn't feel like markedly didn't feel like markedly like a new thing for me. But
Yeah.
this one I thought was like a nice little upgrade, or at least like a different version, a different take that feels like it'll be in the spirit of the faster pace of Generations.
What do you think, Frank?
I'm kind of neutral on it. Like, I don't love it, I don't hate it. I'm just like, yeah, okay. I think that's how I've been with all of the remixes so far.
Yeah, like, I know that some people have been like, oh, I'm getting bored of the EDM. I'm like, is this even EDM? It's to just put some techno drums on it. Like, but, yeah, it's very much kind of...
the EDM, the internet told me.
It's, yeah, it's very much the original Final Rush track with some more electronic elements to it. But it's still, you know, it's got that guitar in there and stuff. We still got Jun Senoi on this, which is great to hear. I've always been saying, like, you know, why do we get him on things like Superstars and not more like Sonic X Shadow Generations? And I mean, he's gonna shine again with this game because I believe it was Jun Senoi that did most of the music of the original Sonic Generations, which I know was all remixes, but, like, still, like, he tastefully adapted a lot of that. Some of it was Cash as well. But, yeah, I think this remix is certainly a remix, all right. I'm not blown away by it, but I do like it.
I think I will say, like, of all of the music we've heard so far, I think, what is it, Rail Canyon? Is that the one, or is it Bullet Station?
Bullet Station.
Either way. Is it Bullet Station? Okay.
I think it's Bullet Station.
I don't remember my Sonic Heroes levels very well.
It's the second level, yeah, Bullet Station.
Yeah, that is the only remix that I don't like. I think that sounds like garbage.
Yeah, I didn't like that one either.
It sounded very
slow.
different.
Kingdom Valley, I could take it or leave it, and then I think the new remix that we got today, it's fine.
I want to hear the
I'm not gonna have any
BioLizard.
problems with it.
I want to hear the BioLizard track. I know that Phase 1
Honestly, me
Yeah.
too.
is... Phase 1 appears to be using the 3DS Generations remix, which was also really good. I thought that was a great remix.
Oh yeah.
Especially with how,
The
like, it
BioLizard theme-
incorporated the Live and Learn riff in there. That was awesome.
I don't think I've heard of an official BioLizard remix that I didn't like.
It's so easy
Even
to
one
get
in
BioLizard
Forces,
right, man.
like-
Like, yeah.
Even the one in Forces, I liked it.
Yeah, definitely. Dylan, what did you think of the Space Colony Arc Act 1 music?
I think it's great. I've got the same opinion right now. So far, I like them all except for the Bullet Station one. The Bullet Station one just doesn't have any energy to it. It just doesn't feel right.
The
You know-
stage also looks like like it's got piss in the background because it's so fucking yellow.
It's from
Listen.
Sonic Heroes, you know, so it
Listen.
was gonna be bad
Yeah, but
regardless.
Sonic Heroes didn't have that much yellow in it. It's like, man, you need to like, change the white
Listen.
balance on it.
It's not piss
I'm
yellow.
listening.
It's orange juice yellow.
I'm glad you like that, Ian.
Which is funny.
It's beer.
But when I think of that Bullet Station remix, all I can think of is that bit where they intercut some of Shadow's idle animations, and you just got that one where he pushes his quills back, and it is so adorable. I
Yeah.
better see that adapted in
He's
Shadow
a handsome
Gens.
young man.
They thought they hit the jackpot when they were editing that in there. Like, it's like, we got his idle animation, we gotta get that in there.
Oh, actually, you know what? The other thing about the music they've been releasing, they released like the two different art pieces associated with them too, and it's like the art and the animation in those videos is so nice.
Can the games look like
Oh,
that, please, though? Like, please, that would be so
I
cool.
would like it if they did.
I want a
Yeah.
cel-shaded Sonic game, just one.
I want one
Yeah.
so badly. Like, I need it.
I think
I don't
cel
need
shading
to
would
be
work
cel
really
shaded,
well
but
for
I just
Sonic.
want them to try something else. I want them to try a new style, like visually.
Spider-Verse style.
That would look a little jarring.
It would
I
look
don't
a
want
little
it to be like twitchy in
amazing.
game, though.
You know what?
Like I just
Add
I
an
feel like I don't
option,
want the low
I
frame rate thing though.
I believe this. What is it? There was like there was a skin, I think, in the second Spider-Man game, where you can change.
Oh,
You can
that's
animate-
in... Yeah.
With the low frame rate, and then you can animate normally, and you have an option
Yeah.
for that. I think if they added that, that'd be really cool.
I think if the character
Yeah, if there's an option.
animations...
Yeah.
If the character animations used stepped animation, but cameras and stuff wasn't stepped, because that would be a bit jarring. Like, just have it so that the character animations are stepped, and that would look awesome. Because I know that there's like a mod for Sonic Frontiers that's like a Sonic X skin, and they put stepped animation on Sonic, and it looked awesome.
What's that game? Hi-Fi Rush does that, where
Yeah.
the animation for the main character is like it's not like the full 60 FPS or something. Like you get that with the camera movement and all the other stuff that's around you.
Yeah,
I
give me
still
that.
think that looks nice.
Yeah, give
yeah.
me that.
Give me Hi-Fi Rush, but a Sonic game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Minus
actually,
the, rhythm,
I'm on board with that.
minus the rhythm thing
Yeah.
because I'm terrible at rhythm games.
I'm
I
down
think
if they
you
wanted to
can-
try a rhythm spin-off with Sonic music. That would be fucking glorious.
Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I take that back. I would want that.
Yeah, actually. Or just at least one level that's rhythm-based. Because I think it was Game Apologist said in his review for Sonic Superstars, with Press Factory, we came so close to having a rhythm-based Sonic level, but the music is not in time with the giant press machine. If the music was in time with the giant press machine, we would finally have a rhythm-based Sonic level. And I thought that was such a cool idea.
That would have been a really cool gimmick.
It would have been kind of obvious as well.
Damn it, Sega.
Damn them. What else have we got on the piss? Let's have a look
How
at the
could they
docket.
do this?
How could they do this
Oh, you
to
know,
me?
it could be kind of like the Rayman Legends. They had those musical levels, remember?
Oh yeah, those.
Yes, those were
levels so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, something like that for Sonic. And, you know, that's another thing is, like, yeah, like, when you compare, like, Sonic Superstars to Super Mario Wonder, and you see how much Super Mario Wonder kind of flipped the script and did new, fresh things, the least I think Sonic could do for a new 2D game is have a rhythm-based level.
Yeah, give it a shot.
I just think instead of like piranha plants, you have like motobugs that you're trying to jump over.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
Also,
singing.
it would be so
Yes.
cool. I
Yes.
love the idea of having, like, level
be so
after
awesome.
parties. Like, where you have, like, obviously, like, Superstars had, like, such horrible boss fights, but it's like, imagine if after a boss fight, you got a low-stakes bit of gameplay immediately after that's just firing off on all cylinders and just giving you all the jackpots in the world. And it feels like a little celebration of what you just did. That'd be cool, I think.
So when you deal
So
with that
Rayman.
Starfall event without the Starfall,
But better. Like, so it's not just collecting little bits and pieces. It's like you've got some just not difficult, but just really fun low-stakes platforming stuff where you can really get your speed up and just celebrate your victory. The music can be a little happier now. Kind of have a similar vibe to, like, the new Donk City Festival from Super Mario Odyssey, where it's like a celebration,
okay.
a celebration of that halfway point, a celebration of your progress.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just giving any Sonic game like just more pomp and circumstance, I just think would just be good for everything. You know,
Yeah.
just have the conviction that goes into like those boss fights and the music and stuff. And again, it doesn't even have to be like, oh, this is trying to be raw. It's trying to be, whatever. Just really committing to an idea and like fleshing it out in a very like, just going for the idea. It's why like with Frontiers, I would love to like really be immersed in that world, but it would be better, I think, if like, instead of the pop in, it's like just give it like a little like it fades in like a cloud or like a mist or whatever, or maybe it like
definitely.
glitches out, like if you want me to feel immersed and you want me to feel like this is a sad feeling of this world and how dead it is, then really sell it for me. So
They
just
had a
to-
perfect opportunity as well, because, like, you see in the cutscenes that with the end corrupting things, you see that sort of VHS crackle effect on things. Like, you
Yeah,
could
just
have
put
that
on
on the trees and on the scenery and stuff. And, like, that would be perfect, because they've already said, this stuff is leaking out of cyberspace. And you could get these moments where it's like you see the land barren and dead, and it's like, oh, all that grass and foliage is just leaking from cyberspace, but this place is absolutely decimated, an absolute wasteland. And you know what would have been so cool would be if the cyberspace levels, given that they're made of the Ancients' memories, running through the world of the Ancients when it was alive. Instead of Green Hill's own chemical plant and sky sanctuary again.
Yeah,
Instead
instead of a flashback, you get a flashback level or a flashback world to go through.
Oh my god, it makes so much sense, and it almost feels too easy. But, like... Frontiers. We do have another little bit of tidbit news before we get onto the main meat. There is a Shadow the Hedgehog manga comic on the way in celebration of the release of Sonic X Shadow Generations from Kokoro or Koro. I don't know, but
Koro.
Koro.
yeah.
First, I was gonna like, is this a Famitsu? Oh no, Koro. That's right. I forgot I shared that article or that that post.
What else have they published? Did they publish any of the Mario stuff, or was that?
I have no
Don't
idea.
know.
They have worked on Sonic before, but they didn't do the Sonic manga. At least I don't think so, anyways. Or did they? Did they do the one with Nicky the Hedgehog?
Korokoro is also the company, and this is not Sonic related, but I just wanted to say this. They did the Mew distribution for Generation 1 in Japan when they figured out how to get it.
For Pokemon, like red and blue?
and yellow. Or
Oh,
red
okay.
and green, actually.
Oh.
Blue's a completely different game.
The original Sonic the Hedgehog Shogakukan released as part of the Bisatsu Korokoro comic special magazine, so it was kind of part of the Korokoro thing. So that was the one with Nicky the Hedgehog.
Manga was also in Korokoro, Super Mario Kun.
Oh,
I think
cool.
that's actually still in Korokoro. They're still doing adaptations in the Japanese one.
Now, I think a lot of people were hoping that this would be like a shonen manga, but given, what Korokoro is really about, it's more like kind of a comic book funny pages kind of thing. Don't expect anything too deep or,
Yeah, don't expect any, like, deep cuts or anything. It's just
probably going to be pretty jokey.
Fun. It's probably going to be just
the
like
Mario one I was just talking about is, like, the Mario one is, like, really, really juvenile with its humor.
Yeah. It's probably just going to be kind of like the adventures of Shadow the Very Grumpy Hedgehog. Like, it's probably going to be more kind of along that kind of line. But we have got our first, like, image.
Candy from a baby.
I mean, if the whole comic is that, then hell yeah. But, like,
And eats coffee beans or whatever.
We've got, like, the image of Shadow from this manga. And, I mean, the design looks pretty like, well, it's Shadow the Hedgehog, but they haven't, like, cutesy-fied him or anything.
It's giving me Sonic Battle vibes.
He's still very edgy, yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked how it actually looked pretty serious. So I was like, oh, maybe they might, maybe if it's not like, it won't be like obviously like a dark serious story or even maybe like a shonen story, but maybe they will try to have like, some comedy with some character moments of like, oh, that was really sweet,
Yeah, they might like try something outside of their usual wheelhouse, like how the CW did like that DC Universe thing, but then when they made Superman and Lois, they were like, hey, we'll try something outside of our usual wheelhouse and make something good.
Yeah, and people liked it a lot, and honestly, it's really cool. I think he's one of the best Superman actors out of all of them. I think,
dude, Superman and Lois is so good. I hated the CW verse, but Superman and Lois is amazing. Like, so surprised.
What was I gonna say? Oh, the Shadow thing. I was actually, I hope that someday we do get like a more serious or like some kind of shonen style Sonic thing again. I think that'd be fun. But also, I was just thinking, I would really like to see, like, I think one of my favorite things is seeing a character that is so, I don't really know how to describe what I'm trying to say, like, so absorbed into their persona and, like, their quest, let's say. I like seeing characters like that doing slice of life things.
Yes.
I think that's funny as hell.
Like,
so,
if you did
that, like Shadow, like, going to Walmart or something, like,
Shadow
that's
gets a
funny as hell
job.
to me.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's such a cool idea. Like, could you imagine, like, because obviously we know Knuckles. Yeah. Knuckles is kind of like the last echidna and stuff. If you did like a story about him going bowling or something, that would be so cool. Like,
damn it, pup.
Give it up for a week. I don't fucking know anymore.
God,
we've lost
we need to
count
count how many weeks we're on, because jeez, every
it hasn't.
week at
It's
this
been
point.
just see how long it's been since the show came out, and it's been that many weeks.
That will be the answer.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
I was gonna say Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's Office Space.
Right, let's see. Knuckles TV series release date.
You just see Sonic, Knuckles, and Shadow like destroying a printer.
How many weeks
That's fine with me.
the
Shadow the Hedgehog, like that's why I like Dragon Ball Z. That's why I like the filler content, because some of it's so goofy that they're just out there like getting a driver's license.
All right, so
I want to see Shadow get his driver's license.
It is officially week 15. So there's your answer. It feels like more, doesn't it? But like, yeah, just
it does.
15.
It feels like a fucking eternity.
God damn. But yeah, like, no, but the thing is, the Knuckles thing could have been cool if like it was about Knuckles and it wasn't trying so desperately hard to be funny. So like, I reckon that Korokoro could probably do something kind of cool with this,
You have,
how it is.
you have Wade Whipple with his YouTuber face.
Jesus. But okay. So, we're now kind of moving on to the main topic. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Okay. So we're going to start off with PowerPoint party. I have organized a PowerPoint party for everyone to see. First up, let me just get the music on. In fact, yeah, let me. Okay. I will screen share my entire ass screen. Okay. Better be ready for this. You better be ready for this.
Yep.
All right.
I'm ready.
Because I'm doing the PowerPoint full screen this time. I'm doing something a little different because I added animations to it.
Okay.
Okay. So there's that, and now we're gonna put on that. Oh, that's a little loud. It's a little loud. Let me turn that down. It's a little too quiet now because it's muted. All right, you know what? Screw it. Can you guys hear me? Okay, and the thing.
I can hear you.
Okay. I need to turn this down a little low, but it's like almost as low as it'll go. God damn it! Hang on, just a goddamn second. All right, that ought to do it. Okay. All right, welcome everybody. Slideshow. Get out of here. No. Okay. Right. We ready? Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I accidentally
Walter
doxed myself
Grandfunk.
and put my real name there, but today we're going to be talking about Sonic and the Moon Facility. So welcome to today's seminar, Sonic and the Moon Facility 101. What is Sonic and the Moon Facility? Sonic and the Moon Facility is a fan game by Stardrop and friends, but there is one little problem in the eyes of many Sonic fans. It is not an official Sega product. Which is probably for the best. Okay, you like these animations? Did I do good?
That's good. Good animations. Thanks.
Alright, thank you. Yeah, Sonic and the Moon Facility is a sequel. Before there was Sonic and the Moon Facility, there was Sonic and the Fallen Star. Sonic and the Fallen Star released in 2022. The game fucking rocks. What do we think? Does the game fucking rock?
Oh, absolutely. It was
My,
one of my favorite fan
good.
games that I played that year.
Very good.
This game fucking sucks.
I
Wait,
know,
what?
I was ready to be like, I'm ready to leave the call.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, rocks. Anyways, okay. Do you like what I did there with the rocks? No one's talking about it.
Let's see.
No, that's good.
Apparently,
I like
your
that.
PowerPoint's not showing
Adequate
on the
visual
stream.
gag.
Oh, fucking what? I
Run
bet
it
it
again.
is. I bet it is.
No,
And someone's...
it is not. I just see the Discord thing.
You just
gonna have to
have the
our
wrong
Discord
window.
We're gonna have to just
Yeah.
all over again now.
Run
Okay.
it again.
Why is it?
Thanks,
oh,
chat.
no, I know why. Oh, for God's sake. All right, thank you, chat. We're gonna go back. Okay, all the way back. Okay. Sonic and the Moon Facility 101 by Walter Grandfunk. Okay. What is Sonic and the Moon Facility? Sonic and the Moon Facility is a fan game made by Stardrop and friends, but there is one little problem in the eyes of many Sonic fans. It's got nothing to do with the logo.
What is
though.
it?
It is not an official Sega product, which is probably for the best. Trollolololololol, awesome face rotate. Okay, we go. Sonic and the
Wow,
Moon
that's cool.
Facility is a sequel. Before there was Sonic and the Moon Facility, there was Sonic and the Fallen Star. Sonic and the Fallen Star released in 2022, and the game fucking rocks. Alright,
It
okay.
rocks.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why Sonic and the Fallen Star rocks my socks? Well, imagine if we got a new classic Sonic game. Now imagine if said new classic Sonic game wasn't 70% old. Now imagine if it isn't fucking garbage. And you got Sonic and the Fallen Star.
I knew Superstars was gonna catch a stray somehow.
I know they say you shouldn't compare official products, but Sonic and the Fallen Star really does make Superstars its bitch in every
We have more than
conceivable
enough
way.
2D games to have an idea of what fans are looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, so here's anyway why it rocks in my socks. Sonic and the Fallen Star is home to entirely original levels. While there isn't a ton of variety and much of the game consists of natural environments, it's made up for by this fitting in with the game's theming. Stages feel vast, with colossal loops that really test the player's speed. Yeah. It's got a fresh art style. I've said for the longest time that we can afford more wiggle room with aesthetics in Sonic games. Sonic and the Fallen Star is a perfect example of that. It's still unmistakably classic Sonic, but has a unique approach to color, consisting of a lot of pinks, blues, and greens. The stream can definitely see this now, right? I just want to make sure of that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
I've been double checking the whole time.
Okay, excellent. Thank you,
You're good.
Franken. It's got music that slaps harder than your dad. The OST by Holly Taylor is just top tier. Once again, it's a different approach to genre than what Sonic usually goes for. Holly's work doesn't replicate T-Lopes or Dreams Come True, instead having its very own identity, yet it still has that Sonic energy.
Shout
Mess
out
him
to
up.
Goat.
Fast-paced boss fights that really allow the player to wail on Dr. Robotnik's latest contraption, non-stop, while balancing fair challenge. Take note, superstars. No, really. Take note. I think that's enough about Sonic and the Fallen Star for the time being, though, don't you? Let's talk about the Moon Facility. Sonic and the Moon Facility retains much of what made the original great. The unique aesthetics are back, paired with brand new environments and a brand new story. Sonic and Tails are once again both playable, and it looks to have just as much personality as before. It really does. The unique aesthetics are back, paired with brand new environments and a brand new story. Sonic and Tails are once again both playable, and it looks to have just as much personality as before. The music, once again, slaps according to the trailer. And it goes to show that more of the same doesn't have to be a bad thing. Also, Metal Sonic looks sick as fuck. I mean, look at him.
Look at him.
The drip.
What are you wearing those clothes for?
He looks fucking awesome, doesn't he? He goes
He
hard.
looks so cool. Look at him. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
But,
He looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's.
okay, let me turn off this amazing music for a second here. Oh, that's the stream. Okay, right, there we go. Slideshow. But, okay. Uh-oh. Okay, so, Sonic and the Moon Facility is discontinued. They say, gonna bring this up now because we're relevant again, I guess, but the game ceased all development back in February. There were behind-the-scenes issues that demotivated everyone involved, so we decided that it was best to just release what we have eventually when we're ready. And we pour one out for Sonic and the Moon Facility, everybody.
Yeah.
The game will release, but it won't be finished. I don't know why that's here. I think I put that here accidentally. Sorry, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on from
Damn,
that.
that's so weird that ended up there. That's so weird.
Oh man, Pup, you really got to learn how to make these PowerPoints better.
Yeah, right? Well, here's what's done, if I'm not mistaken. The game is fully functional and playable. You can go through all the stages and fight all the bosses. You'll be able to experience the gameplay more or less as intended. But what's missing, if I'm not mistaken, some features and flourishes were not added to the stages that they wanted to include, and the story will likely be on a separate Google Doc. I don't think the cutscenes were implemented. Why was development discontinued? The spark died. It happens.
Oh
Rest in
no.
peace.
Huh.
Truth
has
be
he
told, heaven. Truth be told, I think it's really cool that they're still releasing a build for us. We love you to the moon and back, Moon Facility devs. Wait. And that's the end of the PowerPoint.
It's Grand Metropolis.
That's
I figured I'd give you all the background information there, so that when we talk about it, you already know everything. So,
I wanted to
That was
reference
good.
something, but only Dylan would get it.
I'll do it. Just do it.
Dun, 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 dun.
We were playing Superstars 4-player one day. It was pretty funny.
What? And you didn't...
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it was fun.
No
said it
invitation
was
for the
funny.
true friend?
I didn't know you at this time.
This was-
I think.
This was a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Oh, this was
Yeah, you
months
didn't even
before
know
I knew
Frank
you.
yet.
Oh, Frank, you should have known me. I wish Frank was a long-time
How could
friend.
you not know him?
Yeah, I was the Sonic without defeating a Badnik guy.
I wish Frank was
Do
a
people-
long-term
Do
friend.
people still watch that?
Frank was a long-term friend. Okay.
I wish
well, anyways.
Frank was not defeating a badnik right now.
We got the meatiest of main meat topics. Okay? You good?
And Dylan choking in the background.
Oh, by the way, just a heads up. I know, Accelerate, I see what you're saying there. Man, Pup has taken a total 180 on all this. I haven't. They are jokes. I do still like Superstars. I love Frontiers. It is unfinished as fuck. But, yeah, don't worry about it.
You can like
But-
a game and still admit that it has flaws.
Yeah, exactly.
I
You can
think
like a game.
I love Sonic Adventure. It has some issues.
Superstars
some-
is a solid game. I think it's ass compared to what it should have been, though.
I love Sonic 1, and people have a skill issue at Labyrinth Zone.
Game,
Agreed,
that
you're
game,
right.
Game
You know,
bad.
Frank, you're right.
Player bad.
Game bad.
I
Game
love
fault.
Sonic,
issue.
especially with the drop dash.
Game at fault.
Nah, you play it with no spin dash, no drop dash,
Oh, well, now
as Sega
it's
intended.
cringe.
As Sega intended.
As Yuji Naka intended, my favorite Sonic character.
As Yuji Naka intended. We're gonna all commit. The
It's
words
not
fucking.
a real crime. We've been over this.
I mean, it's against the law. I'm pretty sure that makes it a crime.
Just because it's against the law doesn't mean it's a crime.
Yeah, no, I think that is actually the definition of it.
Yeah,
if you
I'm
look in the
pretty sure
dictionary.
that is what
All
a
right,
crime
okay,
is.
let me rephrase it. Just because it's a crime doesn't mean it's bad.
Insider trading. That's the term.
Oh,
Just because it's a crime doesn't mean it's bad, Dylan.
Okay,
I guess
see,
that's
now-
extremely situational of a statement.
Yeah,
but I guess...
it really depends.
Weed should not be criminalized in the UK. Anyways,
You didn't even have to say in the UK. You just weed should not be criminalized there.
yeah, but
Done.
in the
Next-
UK it is
next-
criminalized.
So he gets off scot-free.
Anyways, yeah.
UK's
So
a bunch of weenie hut juniors.
I agree. So yeah, the development has closed down on Sonic and the Moon facility. Any thoughts to this before we kind of get into the next bit?
That sucks. I was really looking forward to the game because the first one was really fun.
Yeah. To be honest, I do feel it's unfortunate that it won't be finished. I totally get why, because there's plenty of fan projects that don't end up getting finished because it's free, like a free thing they're doing, and they have to do it in their own time, and it takes a long time, and I get it. I am not
Made one.
too personally that sad. Like I feel like I've played like a ton of 2D Sonic, and there are a ton of 2D Sonic fan games that exist. There are a ton of finished ones. I feel like I've played enough 2D Sonic fan games that I'm not like too broken up about it, really.
The fact that they were working on a sequel to a finished fan game, I think I'm more than okay with them, ceasing development because they've already released a complete fan game and they were already working on another one. That's further than what most groups do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
exactly.
Yeah.
Much
most
more than
fan
what
games.
other groups do. So
Yeah, most fan projects never end up finished, whether it's a fan game,
And-
whether it's a fan film, and that
we
is
still have
actually.
levels.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is we still get to play the game. It's just it's not all together in one piece now. It's
and the thing that I try to tell people when I would stream and somebody say that like, oh, this fan game is no longer in development and that really sucks. It's like, yeah, but you got to remember it's people taking time out of their day, putting together this passion project, and eventually you just kind of lose interest in it, or stuff falls through and you don't want to work on it anymore, and you don't, it's just the nature of fan games. You can't really. You're not entitled to a finished product, but if you get one, that's fine.
it should be celebrated.
That's
like
great.
it's
It should be celebrated. Exactly.
yeah, that's the thing is, yeah, a finished fan game or any fan project really shouldn't be taken for granted. It should be celebrated when it gets there. Every little step there should be a celebration. And for all the steps they don't take, sorry, go on.
If it is deserving of that celebration, because there may be one or two, not going to say which ones, that are a little hard to celebrate.
It depends what they're in it
Maybe
for,
fine.
like what the creators are like behind the scenes, of course. But like, I think the thing is,
Yeah.
with any fan project, like again, it's all in people's own times, and yeah, like there is that question of why do so many fan projects end up unfinished? Because I have seen people quote tweeting the announcement with this saying like, "Oh, of course, another fan thing ends up unfinished," and I understand it can be a little disappointing, but the thing is. The difference between a fan project and an official project is with the official project, that's their day job. That is their job.
Yeah,
that's
they're getting
the thing
paid for their work.
they get paid to. Exactly. With a fan thing, it starts with good intentions. It starts with the intention to make something because you love the character or you're celebrating the character. That's what, a fan project will usually start its life cycle as, is just love for that character and that IP. And, it's a noble thing to set out to do. It takes a little bit of courage to announce, hey, world, I'm working on this. This is something I'm going to do, and I hope you guys like it. That's something that takes courage and should be commended. And ultimately, you should probably expect 90% of fan things will be cancelled, and it's not because the creators are weak, and it's not because they're creatively bankrupt, and it's not because they weren't all in the first place. It's simply because these guys probably work 9 to 5 jobs doing things that are not this fan game, and the time they have is as valuable as the time you have outside of work. And ultimately, it can just be, I don't want to work on this thing right now. I just want to eat my wife. You know, like that's how it can end up being. So it's like, you know, like so the spark dies sometimes,
Yeah,
and
just,
that's
any normal cannibal talking. Yeah.
We weren't talking about cannibalism. But
Yeah,
okay.
we were. That's not quite what we meant, you sweet summer child. But so sometimes, the spark does burn out, and it doesn't mean they weren't committed to the project, and it doesn't mean they weren't committed. I mean, some people are like, oh, they're not committed to the fans. They're not. No, they're not fucking committed to the fans. No one makes a fan project for the fans. They make it for themselves. That is why you make a fan project. Is you make it for the character, and you make it for yourself.
I mean, hell,
It's
indie
a
games
fan
were like that as
project
well.
because
It's like,
you are the fan. You are
I mean,
doing
hell,
it.
indie games were like that, like where it's like they don't want to be a part of a big studio that would probably say no to these ideas. They're making games that they would like, and turns out other people like them too. That's why people make fan games as well.
And
Something
it's
that
what
they might want that also appeals to a bunch of other fans. So.
And it's part of what makes like a game like Sonic and the Fallen Star so special, is that game, like with Sega, there's a lot of like mass appeal, and there's a lot of like brand recognition. So classic Sonic must look like this classic Sonic model sheet, and things have to be quite homogenized. Whereas this, as a fan project, they did what they thought would be cool. They didn't just stick to the usual classic Sonic look, or stick to the usual Sonic aesthetic. They didn't bring back the same old level tropes, and they didn't do the same genres for the music either. They did something that was out there because they thought it would be cool. And that is what a fan project is all about. And I do think we need to kind of reconfigure how we approach fan projects as like a Sonic community. Because as I was like listening to music from Sonic and the Fallen Star today while I was prepping the PowerPoint, I saw like a comment say, oh, Sonic and the Mid-Star and stuff, and the game's not that good. And it's like, but they didn't make it for you to say that. You know, if they've invited you to do a review of... I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit overreactive here, but I think a lot of... Like, I think if, you've got constructive criticism, that's whatever. Especially if it's, like, invited, and especially if they said, like, can we get some feedback on this and stuff like that. But ultimately, I think, like, on my own ends, I don't really review fan games the way I review official products. I don't hold them under that lens of scrutiny because it's a different thing. I didn't pay for it. It's not made with me in mind. I am here to celebrate someone else's ideas, someone else's vision, and someone else's talent. What they're doing is kind of like something that's celebrating a character. To make a fan project is, in a way, a selfless act because you're celebrating a story that isn't your own. So I think when reviewing a fan project, it should be kind of, we are celebrating talent that isn't our own, in a way. You know?
Most importantly, you're not paying for it. So
exactly.
Free.
That scrutiny isn't there because they're not asking you
can't
money
really
of
get
this.
burned the same way. Yeah, you don't get burned. You gotta like think about that when you.
To that one comment saying Sonic in the Mid-Star, honestly, screw you. That's all I gotta say. Screw you.
Well, it's not even constructive,
That's not constructive. If somebody was like, "Oh, hey, this is cool, but maybe if these enemies weren't there, or if the platform wasn't laid out in this way, it might be a smoother experience." Then yeah, that would be constructive. Like if they have examples that they can point out and maybe a suggestion, that would be like the kind of criticism. Like if I was developing a fan game, I would love to hear.
Well, I was
If
amazed.
If I was hearing my project was mid, then I can just ignore that because, let's be honest, that goes nowhere.
Well, I was amazed when a later build of Sonic and the Fallen Star released, because in the review I did of it, I mentioned that there's a bit in one of the ice levels where you've got these like kind of lit up blocks on this conveyor belt, and I mentioned that this platforming challenge was one bit that I did find a little cumbersome, but other than that, like, everything's really strong. And I downloaded a later build of the game, and that section had been removed. And I was like, whoa. I don't know if they heard it from me. I don't know if they heard it from someone else. But the fact is,
enough people bring it up to where it's They probably heard it from more than enough people. It's like, okay, yeah, this probably was not the best thing to put in the game. Which, hey, I mean, that's actually really cool.
That's another
I
thing
would
is
still want them to keep
oftentimes
the original build because I like the older stuff as well.
oftentimes as well, when creators, be it fan creators or studios, when they do take feedback on board, it's usually stuff they've already thought of themselves as well. Like, there's usually that own bit of self-reflective creative appraisal, you know? Like, but, like, I mean, at the end of the day, improvements are always the creator's call as well. So, you know, whether or not they choose to take on the feedback is still their decision. But, yeah, I was quite amazed by even just, like, I thought the game was really great as it came out. Like, as I first played it, I was like, I would happily have paid for this. I would have paid, you know, the same price that I paid for, like, Sonic Mania for this easily. Like, because I think
15.
it is... I'd pay more. I'd happily pay more. I'd pay, like, 25 for Sonic and the Fallen Star. Because it is just... I think it is the same level of quality as something like Sonic Mania, but with such a fresh new style to it. And it's got all new levels, which is something I wanted from Mania in the first place. Like, I think it's a fantastic game. And that's even divorced from the whole, I'm grateful for the time these guys put in. That's even divorced from the whole, I'm celebrating this achievement thing. I think it stands under scrutiny so well.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. I mean, and it's just also one of those things where obviously I'm sure someone might also say like, sure, I didn't spend money, but you know, I spent my time on it, so don't I have the right to be like a really, really rude? No, don't be rude. You can give constructive criticism without being, you know, a jerk about it. So,
and especially don't be discouraging. Like, I think if you've paid for something, you can say this thing sucks. If you haven't, then maybe just say this is what didn't work about this. You know?
And obviously, like, you know, at the end of the day, right? If I'm just some random nobody and I have a bunch of, you know, because this could be a situation. Let's say, like, I'm just like I don't have many followers, so let's say, you know, I play the game and I'm like, oh yeah, I just played that game, it sucked, and I expect like, oh, like however many followers they're gonna see it. But if the tweet blows up, then that, you know, that just happens. And so that's just one of those things you always have to think about with like online media criticism. And of course, these are adults working on it; they're not babies, you know. It's just one of those things to just, you know, typically try to be kind to people in general, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not like venting's wrong or anything like that. But just in general, like to lean into your idea of like being positive. It's kind of like a situation of like you know, if one of your friends, like whenever my friend, like he's writing a book currently, and when he sends me those things, if there's a part I don't like, I don't immediately come in and be like man, this is just gonna ruin the story. But I also don't soften the blow because I want him to make his story as good as it can be. And I think people conflate those two things where it's like, oh, but I'm just giving criticism so that they can do better. But then the way they give that criticism is like, you made this? Are you stupid?
Yeah, or you got to kind of consider that maybe your idea of what makes it better doesn't actually make it better as well. Like, you're got to have that self-awareness.
Yeah, there might be more points of view that maybe you hadn't considered. For
Yeah.
instance.
Like you could present it in a neutral way of like, hey, so I didn't really enjoy this because of XYZ reason. So here's my thoughts about that. That's a lot different than, you know, just being like, hey, you made this obviously stupid design choice. What, are you dumb? And then they're like, actually, we made that because it ties into this thing, or like because we couldn't do this thing. And then you just look like an asshole. So
then you were the dumb one.
Well, then change it, you idiot, dumb idiot.
There's a Sonic YouTuber, and I don't want to name names, I don't want to put anyone on blast, that is not what I'm here to do. And again, I'm not condemning this or anything like that, but he did a review of Sonic Forces Overclocked, and he was kind of saying, like, why, well, one of the things he kind of said was, I'm going to do something that no other YouTuber is going to do. I'm going to give it a proper, honest review as though it's a proper product. He said, there's a lot of YouTubers out there glazing this game saying it's the greatest thing ever made, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give it a proper, fair review. And I was just like, okay, one, who are you?
That just sounds like you want to be different for the sake of being different.
Yeah, secondly, that's very pick-me. Thirdly, like, don't review a mod in the context of the greater Sonic thing, because that's not fair. When people are praising this thing, they're not necessarily saying this would be a perfect product if it released at a full price tag. They're celebrating the talent and the time that people who are so committed to this project have put in. Because Sonic Forces Overclocked has its flaws, and a lot of them are mostly just flaws with the base game, such as the horrible jumping mechanics. But it's amazing an achievement. It's an amazing achievement for the people that worked on that. Like, they created an hour-long campaign that feels a lot more involved than the base game, and it really expands upon a lot of the ideas that it laid down. And I would say that the little bit that is there for Overclocked is better than the base release of Sonic Forces. Still has a lot of the same problems, but it is better, and that's impressive.
So this is where I have to say, there is one fan project that I was very harsh towards, and I do not regret it.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
And I will not say the name, because I am done talking about it.
They were in it for the wrong reasons. You could see by the chat logs that there are some fan content creators, and there was a big Spider-Man thing about this, where people are in it for the wrong reasons.
So I recently played the original, or the Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man that was on PS4, PS5. Like, I played that on PC for the first time a few months ago. I saw that opening cutscene, and I just had to stop to laugh.
Yeah, actually, yeah. No, that was...
Like, people were mentioning Spider-Man, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about. I see that, I'm like, oh, no fucking way.
Well, in this instance, I was talking about, like, a Spider-Man fan project. But yeah, like, Sonic Omens' opening is very obviously kind of pulled from Spider-Man pieces. At the end of the day, a panning shot going across a person's desk is not a novel concept, and it's not unique to Spider-Man PS4, but it was quite funny to see. And you know what? I don't have I don't have any issue with a fan project wearing its influences on its sleeve. I
just thought that was funny.
My problems with that project are not in the project itself, it is just the management of the project. If they had just said, we're taking an existing engine, we're flipping over a few assets, and we're going to make a little fan game with it, and we're just going to put that out there, we're telling a little story, that would have been fine. That would have been A-okay. But I think, go on.
Somebody in chat was mentioning Sonic Momentum. I kind of went and looked at that game again, and gave it the proper look that it deserved, and it still wasn't for me.
Yeah,
that's fair about it. So
yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair. But yeah, what I was sorry, Ian.
No, so I was just gonna say real quick with the idea of like, I know which video you're talking about with the Sonic Overdrive thing. I can also understand the perspective of someone who might say like, maybe all they are seeing is people just kind of like heaping praise, and they're like, well, I feel like there are problems that should be discussed. So, maybe maybe someone could come at it from the perspective of like, I don't want to baby the team. I want to give actual real criticism. But obviously, again, with the video you're talking about, like, you can come across in a way and like explain in a way of like, you're talking down to this team.
Yeah, it comes across that way in the wording. But if I also understand right, the dude, I think one of the big things of his videos is that they're unscripted, and that can easily happen in unscripted videos.
Yeah,
that is a trap you can easily fall in. The amount of times I've probably come across like a big asshole on Sunset City or on Twitter, while in my videos I am literally Sonic Tuber Jesus. Like, it's a thing that happens when you're doing it unscripted. So again,
you are Deadpool. You just steal his lines and everything.
No, it's because someone in the Sonic Adventure 2 Hero stream called me Sonic Tuber Jesus as a sarcastic comment, and I figured I'm gonna take it on board. But
I got so much shit when I was talking about the song "Speed Me Up" when that music video came out, and the unfortunate thing is that it was not scripted. So it came. Not only was it really bad, people were confused, and they thought they were saying that I hated specific genres of music. So when I came back to it came back to that part, or talking about that song in a Sonic 1 movie review, I didn't completely change my opinion. I just had a script, and it came out so much better. So maybe you do not want to do these things unscripted, or at the very least have bullet points.
I guess, yeah. It can also just be that, it sounds different in your head. I mean, at the end of the day, in 2019, I made a somewhat scripted Spider-Man retrospective, and it was the biggest piece of shit I've ever fucking made. It's fucking terrible. A series so bad, I've unlisted all of it, and I remade it last year, and people like the new one a lot better. It
Scripts
happens.
are helpful.
So this isn't me
Yeah.
saying that the YouTuber that I mentioned
I'm
earlier
just so fucking lazy.
is a piece of shit, arrogant bastard. That's not me saying that.
What a
That's
poopy
me.
head.
what a jack off. God, you're gonna make a real pariah of yourself. No, that's not me saying that. What I'm kind of saying is just, in that instance, I don't think the unscripted thing serviced the point very well. That's all I'm saying. I would love to get him actually. It would actually be great to get him on the show and have a proper little chat with him. I would love to see more of what the real him's like. But yeah. Oh, and unedited, totally solo, as Accelerate points out. So yeah, no, like again, and isn't he also quite new to the scene as well? So again, not putting that against him. I just don't think it's the right attitude to have towards a fan game and a fan game review. That's just my opinion on that. But yeah, oh god, I'm gonna start a drama on it. People are gonna fucking hate me after this episode.
We're just having a little bit of fun. We're not taking any real jabs.
No, guys, this is unscripted.
Yeah, this one's scripted.
Oh my god! Pop, stop! You're
Everything
digging
falls
yourself
on
into a
top.
bigger hole.
You dumb bastard.
I've been wanting to get in some big holes
Dylan, you
recently.
too.
That's been the.
I didn't do anything.
What did Dylan do, Franco? Franken.
Nothing. I'm a perfect angel. Like 29% of the
We're the
time.
perfectly.
See, I
rotten
feel
sandwich.
like if you didn't describe yourself as a perfect angel, I feel like I wouldn't feel the need to bring you down a
We're the
peg.
perfectly rotten sandwich order.
Oh yeah, you think what I said's bad? Remember the time Dylan got a sandwich?
Remember the time Dylan had food because he was hungry?
It was
Oh,
No!
no, actually, I'm kind of hungry.
KB, you can't say I've lost my Sonic Tuber Jesus status. It's not the morning. It's not the
They
morning.
give it.
Pup's digging himself a hole, 5 foot wide, 5 feet down. Use
Uh,
your
five-
shovel as a.
5 feet down's all I need. I'm not very tall.
Frank, what's with all the math today? Can we not do that, please?
No, you got to measure your hole with the shovel.
Yeah, Pup is digging himself a hole 5 feet deep by 5 feet wide. Yeah.
Building character.
Yeah, math helps you to build character, guys. Yeah.
Clearly, I'm the only one who's seen.
What is
holes,
this?
But okay.
What do you mean you're the only one who's seen holes? Pretty sure Dylan's had a girlfriend at some point. He's had like
The
10.
movie? He's talking about the movie Holes with Shia LaBeouf.
These
Oh,
stand-
oh! I
Get
thought he
your
was
head out of
talking
the
about.
gutter.
I thought he was talking about that gender. You know, you got rods and holes,
No,
and then the
that's-
others.
You get your head out of the gutter. This is on you this time.
My bad.
Yeah.
But I see how it could have been misconstrued. I understand what you mean.
Since we have been talking about fan games, this is a reminder. I believe Sage is next month, right?
I can't
The
believe
Sonic Amateur
Cyber.
Games
Yep.
Expo?
I can't believe Cyber Show made that video about Sonic Forces overclocked.
He did.
No, I'm throwing everyone off the scent. Okay.
I can't believe Some Call Me Johnny made that video about the Sonic Forces Overclock.
Why would Gotta
big
Be
meanie.
Frank make that video about Sonic Forces overclocked?
Oh,
I can't
dude,
believe
I'm an
I
asshole,
I
that's
wanted
why.
to make one. I just
over.
never did.
You can't call him an asshole, Frank.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Who am I calling?
The guy who made the Sonic Forces overclocked video.
I don't
I
think
made
that's
a
what he
Sonic
was
Forces-
saying.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Yeah, no.
Mr. Beast? Well, is that why he's getting canceled? 'Cause
I
of the-
can't believe Mr. Beast made that video about Sonic Forces overclocked.
Sonic fans came
I
forward.
think that's a perfect reason to cancel him.
Can you freaking believe it, chat? Can you believe this?
No
But yeah,
other
with
reason.
the fan game
Mr.
situation.
SP, yes, I know that's a book. But more people have seen the movie than the book. It's just the movie is mostly accurate to the book.
The
In fact,
fan,
Stanley Yelnats was supposed to be a fat kid.
the whole fan game situation. It could be worse at the end of the day. It could be Rayman in 2024.
Oh no.
Yikes!
Rayman?
Yeah, Rayman.
Oh, no.
Dylan, do you know the Rayman news?
Is it? Is something about
I gotta look this
NFTs
up.
or something?
Okay, I'll tell you. All right. There's a new Rayman game on the way. By which I mean a new game featuring Rayman. How cool!
It's the Captain Laserhawk game, right? And Rayman's
yeah.
in it.
Yes.
Yeah, Rayman is a commentator in an NFT fighting game.
Why
Oh
is
my
it NFTs with these game developers? Sega,
What is
Capcom,
who's gonna buy
Ubisoft,
that? Who's gonna buy any
Square
of that?
Enix?
No
What the
one,
fuck?
literally no one will buy this. There's a tweet though that's gone kind of where it went a little bit viral, as viral as a Rayman thing is gonna get anyway. Where
Is
the
it
project
where they shot back, right? Like the
Yeah, the-
Twitter.
The project
bit
shot
back.
back. Yeah, and they were like, Rayman is ours. We can do whatever we want with him, even replace him. And like when people called that out, they were saying, "Ever heard of a law response?" It's like, okay, you're adorable, you're so cute. Okay, all right, tiddly whiskers. But here's the fucking thing.
Were they saying that in character? Because
They
like,
were
in the
they were
show, like,
claiming.
they were very.
Yeah, they were
Like,
claiming.
because they in the show they like clone Rayman because he threatens to leave, so they clone him and kick him out or something.
They were claiming they were in
Yeah.
character, but I'm like, you can claim you're in character, or you want. We know that's
Yeah.
Ubisoft's mentality towards Rayman. It's been that way for years, especially after we had a good thing going on last year with Rayman and the Phantom Show, and now we look, I never thought you'd stoop so low, Rayman. This is like NFTs in 2024. NFTs
Oh, it's
in
not
my
Rayman's fault.
NFTs in my house.
Wasn't he also eating
Unbelievable.
off a goat girl though? So I think this is
Yeah,
acceptable.
but like we love that for him.
That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
like if he.
that wasn't too far.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm completely fine with that. Like, I think, honestly, like, let me see Rayman fuck, you know?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna go further than that. But
No,
like,
he's. No,
that's
but
his
do you
choice.
think? Do you reckon he's got? Do you reckon his penis is detached like his limbs
No,
are?
don't do. Ugh,
Shadow NFT for sale,
I don't
by the
know,
way.
man.
It's
don't know, I have not
it's
thought about it.
retractable.
It's retractable and. No, but like, do you think it has to like emerge? Maybe that's what that O on his chest is. It like emerges from a portal in there, and like, it's detached.
Maybe there's a reason Rayman is not back. Maybe.
Because of people like you.
Do you reckon his balls are also separate?
Oh God.
These are the questions.
If you add one more to that duo, then it's a Mickey Mouse logo.
It's like the key from Austin Powers and Goldmember.
There's another. Why does everyone watch Austin Powers lately?
What do you mean? I watched
I
it
haven't seen it.
previously.
I haven't seen it
watched lately.
recently. I saw it a couple years ago.
Weenie. Oh, I need to
It's
get
a
rid of that.
long time ago.
I don't think Trey's gonna show up, is he?
No,
I'm scared off, I guess.
Well, he
Well, I
said
haven't
that
got
he
me.
wasn't going to. I think, didn't he?
he is a tainted Jezebel, but you know
That is very tainted Jezebel of him.
yeah.
All right, well, are we kind of ready to move on to audience interaction time?
Yeah, because someone's
Absolutely.
been, so.
We do have someone
Yeah.
in the call-in queue. We've got
Oh
C-Man.
shit!
Shall we bring C-Man in?
Yeah. Let's
All right,
see this man.
3, 2, 1.
Dylan.
C-Man,
Get
you're
him!
on the air. Don't attack him immediately, Dylan. Let him speak.
I'm sorry.
C-Man, welcome to Sunset City's Office of Immigration. Welcome.
Welcome to our cult.
Hi guys, good to be here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good to have you. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you, gorillas.
Hey, no problem.
All 64 of them.
The classic. Wait, Dylan, did you know about that?
Yes. Yeah, I did because Gilly tweeted at me.
Yep. Gorilla 64. So, C-Man, you got anything special to tell us about today? You got a special message for us?
Well, not really. I just want to tell Frank, Nor? Really? Nor?
That was
That
Trey.
wasn't. That was Trey's fault.
I used a
Oh, that
different
was
word.
Trey.
I can't say.
Sorry,
I
was
can't say it
listening
though.
to that
I
while
got in
working.
trouble. I used a different word. I can't say it because I got in trouble last time.
Jesus Christ,
Oh.
Frank. That's not the soup word, is it?
No. It's the other
The
word.
soup word.
No, I listened back to last week's episode and realized how bad all of that sounded. The word is not the word you think it is, okay, guys? Don't worry about it.
I was doing my Aussie impression and it was very bad.
Nor.
No, that was Trey.
So wait, C-Man, what time is it over there?
6:30
sounds
in the
late.
morning.
Oh, it's early.
Oh my gosh.
And you woke
Wow.
up at this time
Why
just to
why
talk
would you
to,
wake up to this podcast?
talk to little old us.
I don't know. I just felt like it.
Marches to the beat of his own drum. I respect it.
I like it. I
Hell
respect
yeah.
that.
If you could kill off any character of the podcast, who would it be?
If I could kill anyone off,
Yeah.
that's a good question.
Then you become the new character.
Why is that a good question? That's not.
That's
that
not. That's a horrible question. But I want to hear the
It's an
answer.
interesting question. I'd like to hear the
You can
answer.
kill me off. It'll be
I'm
fun.
ready for this to hurt my feelings a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
This is
Yeah,
awesome.
right.
You show up and it's like, wow, this is so neat. It's like, hey, who would you kill out of 5 of us?
All right,
Officially
okay.
on
Four
the
of us.
spot.
All right, so fuck, marry, kill Frank, Dylan, and
No,
Ian.
no.
No.
Go back to the killing. You can kill one of us. Who are you killing?
Hmm.
You have 10 seconds, or else we all die.
10 seconds.
You
or
have
else,
to save one
yeah.
of us.
yeah,
The rope is slipping.
10, 9, 8.
All right, Frank, you're dead.
Oh,
no, Frank.
Well, that's
Oh, he's muted. Now he's gone. He's dead.
It's nothing
killed
personal. I
him.
just had to make a choice.
that's just very old-fashioned of you, C-Man.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Oh,
Well, is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Not really.
you
I'm
have to come up
thinking
with.
At some point I might. I'm thinking at some point I might send Dylan an audio clip for a PowerPoint I want him to create one day.
Okay. That's an interesting
Yeah, it's like-
proposal.
Are you saying you
Yeah.
want us to host a PowerPoint party of your own creation?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay. Okay, I'm hearing this. What do you think it is going to be about?
Not exactly going to be about a specific topic. It's just going to be like, I don't know, remember the Nux in a Nutshell thing?
Yes.
Oh, a short thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. All right.
So
Well, yeah.
is
I'd
a
be
sound
interested.
clip you want me to make a shit post to?
Well, I don't have it ready yet. I'm gonna voice it, and I'll send
Okay.
it to you.
Okay, cool. I didn't want to do it right this second anyway, so that's perfect.
Well, you can
No,
do it
Dylan,
anytime you
you
want.
have to animate right now. Get your
The anime.
tablet.
You know what I did? I dragged images around in my image editor. I didn't animate anything.
It was spectacular, Dylan. Don't sell
well,
yourself short.
well, that's fine too.
It was I made that in like 10 minutes as well. I really fast. But yeah, all right, that sounds fun.
All right, C-Man, you've got 10 more seconds to announce whatever it is you're working on. What do you got?
At the moment, I'm trying to make a stop motion video on Mario Kart. A Mario Kart stop motion with Mario Kart Hot Wheels.
Be sure to drop us a link to that.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think
really
I
cool.
found like the first video unlisted on my YouTube channel. I'll try and find it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
well-
send it to the Discord server somewhere.
Thank you for being the
Yeah,
first
okay.
guest on our
I'm not
calling
dead.
queue. Bad Nick Mechanic doesn't fucking count because that was just rigged from the start. What an idiot. So, yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure, C-Man.
First guest and he kills me off.
Yeah, first time we get a guest and he immediately kills Frank. God damn it.
Poor Frank.
Well, boys, shall we move over to Super
Never
Chats?
even saw it coming.
I think we can get claimed for Persona music. Please be careful with that.
Wait, what Persona music?
Persona 5.
There's no Persona 5 music here. I don't know. Why is everyone paused? It doesn't matter. All right.
What do you mean?
Do you want me to gather up some burger chats?
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
Yep.
I can't believe Frank died. I wish
Can't
Seaman
believe he
was
was
a good
killed
friend.
like that. That was so cold-blooded.
I mean, we should probably blame Ian for this. He's ultimately complicit.
I was gonna say I've been getting away with this scot-free. I held Trey from ransom, like flipped you off. I think it's a really bad idea to have me on the show.
You got Frank killed for the last time, Ian.
I wish Ian was a good friend.
Oh, it
I
was
was-
Loa that pointed out
Aw.
that the thing wasn't working. A belated
what out?
thank you. I just checked the backrooms for the first time in like 58 years while trying to find the mailbag. There's the mailbag. All right, writing down those burger chats now. You know how it is. Guys, can you fill the dead air for a second?
Wait, so if I'm dead, does that mean I have
No,
to read
shut
it?
up.
You're not dead. You're fine. You're milking it. Stop milking it. He didn't kill you that
The
bad.
dead air. I get it. That was a good pun.
I
No,
mean,
no,
now
you
I'm getting
can't do
abuse
that.
From Dylan.
Dylan, that's a British thing. You can't do that. That's how British
What?
people laugh.
He just did. He just did. Now we.
Oh, that's not very cool of you.
Exclusively British.
You can't laugh like a British man. It's cultural appropriation.
That's it. I'm screeching right now.
All right. Okay. All right.
Well,
cool.
to be fair, wait, hold on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Warner CEOs like Cartoon Network is slowly fading away.
Yep.
That's fine. I don't care about it anymore.
No, I
They just show Teen
have,
Titans Go all day. What do I care?
I have nostalgia for the brand name
Same.
itself, what it used to
I
be
want
when
them
they had, like,
to-
cartoons.
I want them to get back on their feet.
I want those
don't-
old bumpers back.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, guys. Are we
Either
ready?
that, or I just want them to throw David Zaslav at a wall.
Yes. No, do that. I remember the time I got banned from Twitter for a week for saying I was going to beat up David Zaslav. Yeah, Elon, I can totally reach him. That's
I
the
remember
plan.
that.
And then I used the
Yeah,
Sunset
totally.
City
That's
page
what I'm gonna do. Actually,
to post some Sonic Superstars gameplay and got us all into a fucking controversy for like 1 minute.
It was
Anyways.
awesome. I like it too because it was like you specifically are one of Superstar's defenders, and they just don't care. They just never will care
Radio.
because you said that.
Yep. I said a
Ah,
bad
boy.
thing. I take the L for some of that footage, but at the end of the day, the reaction
Take
was
the L.
the reaction was disproportionate, and you should all apologize.
The sun.
But I didn't even make it
You
anyway.
take the sun.
It was my little brother, and he's been killed. So yeah. Anyways, so Dylan, you're first up. Borker.
All right. For Mr. Terry Chaos, the £2. If you have to fight any Sonic character, which one? I would fight probably.
They'd probably all kill
I
you.
don't know, like Charmy. I'd get Charmy.
you'd be stung to death.
No, he can
I mean,
sting me
he would-
one time, then he dies, dude.
Yeah, but
That's,
you would die as
he
well.
doesn't have a lot of ways of going about it.
No, I'm not allergic, Frank.
Yeah, to be
you
fair,
see how-
Dylan,
he
you
could also-
are... Go on, Frank. You want to. Go on.
I mean, consider the size of a bee, and then consider how big of a bee Charmy is. You would probably die. That wouldn't just be like, oh, it's a little bee sting. You'd be
Well,
like, no,
okay.
this bee just impaled me.
Well, I wanted
Right,
to
you're
kind of...
probably right, but also Fry on Futurama survived it, so I probably would too.
Well,
That's
he
so
almost
Yeah, but
fucking died.
That's because
No,
they
it was
completely
Leela,
pierced
though.
him.
It was fucking Leela as well. Because
Oh,
that was all a
whatever.
dream.
I get confused about that episode because I was crying too much.
Well, I mean,
If
to
I
be
could
fair,
find anyone, I'd fight-
Charmy could
go ahead,
also pick you up and then just drop you from a very. From
I
Dude,
say
I'll
it-
get him
however
before.
high-
I'll hit him with the raid spray before he can do anything.
Well, I say
We'll be
it-
done.
I say it with the utmost respect. Dylan, I know you're not allergic to bee stings, but if anyone is going to die of a bee sting, it is you.
Yeah, you're right. No,
you're
that's
just
fair.
you're just that type, you know? Like
No, you're right.
Like,
Like, I
I'm
would
on the-
spontaneously just be allergic for no reason.
No, you wouldn't be allergic,
I'm
you'd just
on the
die
side
of
of
it.
the bee, and I'm the one with the who's allergic to bee stings.
Okay, well
I would fight Sonic the Fighter's Fang because it's a pop gun, and what is he, stupid? So I would just beat him up.
he is fucking
That's
useless.
a good point. Yeah, what an idiot!
Franken?
He thinks that's gonna do
Um,
damage.
Okay, so hold on. So is this going to be like a fair fight? You know, we just use.
You have
So if
prep
I were to
time.
go up against, so if I went up against somebody who had technology, they wouldn't be allowed to use it.
No, they probably have everything they.
Yeah,
usually
they have all their signatures. So, like, if you're gonna fight Robotnik, he's in the Egg Walker from Sonic Adventure 2.
Fuck.
God, you can't fist
Well, then
fight
can I
the
use?
Egg Walker.
Then I will go befriend Sonic and all of his friends and use the power of friendship or something or teamwork.
Oh, that's a
You
good
can't
point.
you can't do
Right
that.
on.
There's
So,
no guarantee that
I'm
would
going
be
to
your
fight
friend.
Dr. Robotnik, and I'm going to knock his teeth out.
Sonic doesn't turn friends away, dude.
I want Rouge to pin me, so I would go into the ring and I wouldn't fight. I would just accept it.
I figured you would just want to wrestle her.
Dude, I fucking knew that that's where this was gonna go.
I mean, also worth
That's
noting after
immediately-
Knuckles fought her, she was getting all sweet on him and stuff. So I figured maybe I have the same chance.
Yeah, it's not who do I have to fight with for Pup. It's who do I get to fight.
Yeah.
He's hoping that he
Gets,
he's,
but
he's
it's funny.
hoping that he
Earlier I
gets
was gonna
called a
say
good boy and
Froggy,
gets
but
a
I really
bite.
don't want to hurt a frog.
I would
So,
love
yeah,
to be
like,
I
called
would
a good
win
boy.
that fight.
I was
And
gonna
then
say
get bitten
Cream, but she would
afterwards.
kill me with cheese. So
Also, you
I
want to
wouldn't
beat
wanna
up
fight
a
Cream. I would
why you
feel
want
bad
to beat
about
up
that.
a kid, Ian? That's fucked up.
it said
wait,
if you
wait.
have
Oh,
to fight
shit, that's right,
anyone
that's an
or
option.
better Chris Thorndike, and he's a real kid, so I went
Yeah,
with the
Chris
answer.
Thorndike. You know what? I'll fight him.
I'll
I
beat him.
will-
Yeah.
I will punch the shit out of him.
That feels
He's
really
red.
No
wrong.
He's
He's
hesitation.
10.
These hands are ready to eat for everyone.
He's 10.
He's
I don't
rich
give a
though,
shit.
so that cancels it out.
No, I don't care.
But
I don't know,
love,
like-
I love the juxtaposition of, oh, I wouldn't fight him, he's a real kid, to Frank going, I would beat the shit out of Chris Thorndike.
Yeah.
My,
Yeah, no, like no
no, so-
hesitation.
Well, here's the thing: is
I
like,
put him in
okay,
the
On
ground.
site, buddy. It's
let's
on
let's
site.
let's
These
take
hands are ready to eat
Rouge.
for everyone.
Let's take Rouge off the table for a second.
I don't
here.
want to.
No, listen. I want to.
I thought you would prefer.
No, if I'm going into a
want to have
battle,
her on a bed instead, huh? Is that what you're saying?
yes. But look, if I'm going into a battle with a Sonic character, Rouge isn't an option, and I have to actually battle them. It needs to be an honorable fight. You know, I can't drop kick a kid. All right, that's just not my style. I think I would choose I'm gonna say this. I'll choose Knuckles because he's not gonna hit you in the dick.
You are
He
dead.
But Knuckles wouldn't hit you
You are
in the dick.
dead.
Knuckles isn't gonna kill
He
me
will knock
either.
you out.
Punches your eyes out immediately.
He'll knock me out, but he won't punch me in the dick and he won't kill me because he's got too much honor for that.
And then he'll go, Pup, we must train for another fight. And then you guys go bowling.
That's
then you go
fine.
bowling.
I like bowling, so I'm fine with that. Like, Wade, we must
And
bowl.
you guys get to find the.
Bowling
Wait.
is nice, actually.
Wait.
Wade, we
I'll
must
fight
bowl.
Fuck. Boko or whatever because they're
Bokun.
stupid. I can beat
Bo-
them up.
oh, Deco and
Fuck.
Boko.
Oh
You
no,
reckon-
I'll be wait. I got a perfect one. It's someone who like I would feel good beating up, and I could do it. Snively. I could beat the crap out of Snively. And I would feel bad.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah,
could
he deserves it.
And then you could play, like, bongos on his head.
Well, it would feel good too.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, don't do that! No. So it'd be great.
After, well, I've just realized something.
Yes.
After my joke the other week, or the other time we had, the last time we had Ian on, my joke about, like, Ken Penders dying of old age in court, battling for the Sonic rights, and then I play a xylophone with his ribcage. I think I've just realized I want to use my opponents as musical instruments. And if they put me in Smash, if they put me in Smash, that has to be like my special move, is I use my opponent as a musical instrument.
I like that you're just like, remember that time I said I would kill I would let a real person die and then use his rib cages as.
I'm not
xylophone.
gonna
You're like,
let
"And I
him
would do
die,
that to
but
the
time
cartoons as
has a
well."
way. Time has a way of slipping through your fingers. Like I can't save him. If old age is gonna get him, I can't save him. You know. Okay, we have spent way
Okay,
too long on a £2
What
question.
are we talking about? I don't
Thank
know what
you,
we're talking
Terry.
about.
I'll give an answer that does. I'll give an answer that doesn't involve hitting a kid. Okay, so
I mean, it's
if I
fine if you
really
do.
if I really can't punch a kid, which I really do want to punch Chris Thorndike, I'll go for the what's his name, Antoine from Sonic.
Oh,
Sade.
don't! You
From Saturday,
can't.
I would
No,
Yeah.
punch the shit out of him.
no, because Antoine
It's a
had
really
so
funny choice.
he had so much development in Archie.
No, I would punch him
Saturday.
pre-character
Talking about
development.
Saturday.
He definitely
No,
deserves to be punched in the
I
head.
am not saying the Archie version, the Sonic Sat AM version, and the
They're-
reason is
they're the same.
because I want to win. I want to win that fight.
That is so anti-French of you. I
Okay,
can't
fair
believe
enough.
this.
You could say,
Well, I am not
I'm
French.
Sakurai blue, black and blue. That'd be great.
You want Sacre blue eye. All right, we got to move on.
I think we can get on this quick.
That was
We're
all
so
very good.
behind. What the fuck were we
hey,
talking? What's
No,
the next
actually,
one?
we're doing
Point
pretty
is,
well.
I want to win.
We're doing pretty well. This is probably going to not be a ridiculously long episode compared to some others. I say that as we spend half an hour on the next super chat from Dragon Fruit, who sends in $10. Happy Friday. Question. Hopefully this doesn't get asked too much. What made you guys want to be creators? The big one. The big question.
I was
do
watching
you want me to
somebody
go
who
first?
made a video on who was making videos on like these aftermarket consoles, and I was inspired to make videos on stuff like that. Eventually, it like the things that I was making videos on changed over time, which I was trying to do game reviews early on, and then I switched to just gameplay videos, and then I switched to Sonic videos, then I went back to gameplay videos. So I've kind of gone back and forth on what I've wanted to do, but if I didn't see any of this person's name, Gamester81, if I didn't watch any of his videos, then I probably wouldn't be making YouTube videos myself. So
Awesome.
All right. Nice. Yeah, it's all just kind of about inspiration, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I watched videos by people that I thought were fun back in the day, like Let's Players and stuff, and I just was like, hey, I want to do this. Like they were providing lots of laughs, for times where you might need one. It's always something that just kind of was there for you if you needed it, and I appreciated that. And I was like, I could probably do this. So I gave it a shot, and I liked it, and I kept going.
Ian?
Yeah, I wanted to become a YouTuber due to childish spite and hatred, which is that I was in the My Hero Academia fandom, and I was being real butthurt because people were like, "Ugh, these characters are dumb." Like, you're dumb. I hate you. So I made YouTube videos. But then, thankfully, the process for all my YouTube videos is that I come in going like, "Ugh, I'm mad," but then, by the time I finish it, it comes from a place of just loving the character. And now that's why I don't make YouTube videos anymore, because I've lost all the hatred. So I have to legitimately give myself like a spark of like, well, I could just talk about this because I like it, but like, I just like it. I don't need to prove nothing. Whereas all my previous videos were fueled by I have to prove I'm right. And then by the end when I finish them, I'm like, I just like this thing.
I'm
This is
right.
We all we all got that friend on Facebook, that one idiot that thinks he's Mark Commode, that thinks he's like a big time film critic, and will put up like numerous
I don't know who that
paragraphs. All right, that's fine. But they'll put up like numerous paragraphs about a movie they just watched, 0 out of 10. That movie was literally cancer, that kind of nonsense. We've all got one. I think everyone's got one. Well, anyways, I was that dude for a little bit. But I'd get, like 2 likes on it from the usual suspect. And I eventually just transferred that energy onto YouTube, made some pretty dog shit analysis videos, went to university, took a lot of feedback on board from my peers, and hopefully I'm better at it now than I used to be. I think I am. I think I'm better at it now than I used to be. But yeah,
that's the thing with like starting out. Like the quality is dog shit at first, but then over time you do improve a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna make your fair share of Sonic Forces Overclocked. I'm joking. I'm just fucking around with you now.
You're gonna make your fair share of critiques on Speed Me Up.
That was a fair critique, but you're going to make your fair share of videos that are much worse than the Sonic Forces Overclocked video. And that's what it takes to get you. Yeah, the amount of friends I've got that come to me saying, I want to be a YouTube creator someday, but I'm just trying to get that first video right, and I'll check back in with them like 6 months later, we'll have a little beer or something, and I'll be like, so how's the YouTube thing? Goes, I'm still just working out that first video, it's just got to be right and stuff. It's like, dude, the first
Finish
video
it.
you make should be the worst thing you ever make, because why would you want it to be perfect?
Yeah,
if it's
like,
perfect...
there's nothing wrong with making yourself like happy with it. Like there's nothing wrong with being happy with like your first video, but like just know, and when you're entering something, whenever you're doing something and it's the first time you're doing it, it's gonna be rough. And
of
that's
course
the point,
there
is.
You know what's probably going to happen is like we say that it's like, yeah, your first one's not going to be great, and then they release their first video. It's like, The Marvels is a woke dumpster fire. Hollywood is inserting way too much politics in a movie. It's like, oh, I wish I hadn't told you to release it.
Well, actually, so I want to give some nuance to that point because I think where people will get stuck on is the idea of like it's like, oh, so let my first video be bad, right? That's kind of what we're like. Let it be what it's
Yeah.
gonna be. Don't spend all the time. But I think
Yeah,
what people
not saying be lazy or anything. Yeah, just
but I
like
think what I think people will get stuck on is their first video is probably something they really care about, and so they're like, "But I don't want my video on this passion project to be bad." And if you're, so do I just let that, that go to waste? No. So what you should do is go save like your that one big video you really want to make, save that, and make a couple of like videos where it's like this is just kind of a casual topic that I care about, like enough to make a video on. That way you can build that skill and then apply that to the one you really want to make. Because I don't want people to go like, oh, I have this video that I really want to get my heart out and I really want it to be understood. But these guys are saying just kind of rip off the Band-Aid. So I guess that video I really care about has to be bad. It's like, no. Save the videos you really want to make and just make the ones that are like, kind of test runs. That way you can improve those skills.
If you have already
there's
made
nothing
this
wrong
video,
with doing it again later. You can
it's like
always
there's
give it
nothing
another
wrong
shot.
with revisiting it and giving it another go. There was a great video that I was watching that this person was talking about like how they would always talk to somebody who's inspired to start a new thing, and then when they check up on them, is exactly what Pup would say, like they'd have nothing. And there was a quote that I took from it that I still think about to this day, and it's done is better than perfect.
Yes. Yes. Done and
That's a good one.
Yeah, or like, yeah, good and it exists is better than perfect and it's still hypothetical. Like, but like, yeah, like, I mean, let's not forget, like, my first proper video that wasn't just me dicking about reading a Reddit post, was 8 minutes of me saying, hey, remember the TV show Gotham? Remember Jerome Valeska? He was my favorite character, and then they killed him. And then they replaced him with a twin brother called Jeremiah Valeska. Pretty ridiculous, am I right?
Yeah, and he
That
wasn't
was
as good.
It was just me saying he's not as good as Jerome Valeska, but there's no analysis there. There's no deeper dive, and it got copywrecked. But anyways, that's that. But yeah, your first video is always gonna be puppy dog shit. That doesn't even answer the dragon fruit question though, of just like what made you want to be creators. We've gone off on a tangent. So thank you, dragon fruit, for the $10 US, Franken Burger.
Yes, thank you very much.
KB with the $9.99 US. Koro also did the Sonic Superstars manga and also the very goofy Sonic Dash and Spin manga. You need to see how Shadow was portrayed in the latter manga.
I didn't even know these existed. I want to see them.
Sonic Spin?
I didn't know there was a Superstars manga.
Is it Sonic Spin or Sonic Dash and Spin?
Sonic Dash and Spin, or maybe Sonic Dash and Sonic
Don't
Spin?
know.
KB, we need clarification.
that's why,
Send
like-
another super chat.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm looking it up. Oh yeah, no, Sonic Dash and Spin. Okay.
You shouldn't have looked it up. He might have sent another super chat.
No. I'm gonna be fair about that. Okay, I will check that out, but
But I
right.
love extorting our audience.
Well,
I know you do.
you can have more extortion of the audience later if you're good.
Hooray! Thank you,
In
Dylan.
fact, read that new super chat.
Okay.
Or wait,
No,
who's up next?
it's Ian's turn. He must read.
Oh yes.
Burger.
Three Monic sends $5 US. Thank you. Song of the week: Tropical Storm by Stanley Jordan. Have a rocking weekend. Sunglasses emoji.
Well, this is
Thank
a cool idea. Thank you, 3 Monarch. I'm going to copy and paste that into a small text document and hopefully not forget about it. I mean, at the end of the day, might as well get your money's worth, so I will listen to it later. Hell yeah. Alright. Dylan. Burger.
We're back. Alright. From Twilord. €2. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got it.
I should make a fan project for a franchise I like. Yeah, man.
Oh,
for it.
he thinks he's
You got an
so
idea? Go for it.
slick. Twilord, you think you're slick. We all know that we're collaborating on a little something.
Oh.
Yes,
Foreshadow.
Twilord has been...
Oh.
No, Twilord has been very supportive and supported my business venture of freelance video editing. And as such, you can expect something coming in the near future that does pertain to an existing franchise. I don't know what I can and can't say, so I won't say anymore. But
That's
yeah.
perfectly fine.
Twilord has
Yeah.
a little something in the works. You know how it is. And
I'm
finally,
hyped.
Borger. we've got Twilord back again, and there's more after Twilord, so I'm gonna just put that in there. Okay, so I want to say the reason I didn't put this on the piss is because I knew Twilord would send a super chat about it. But that's just me being slick. The reality is I completely fucking forgot, but Twilord sends €5 saying, Black Doom looks so good with the new drip. Daddy Doom just became Sugar Daddy. Oh my god, I always knew you had it in here. Well, anyways, yeah, we've got a new render of Black Doom in 2024, and that's fucking psychotic that actually happened this year. Wowie.
Yeah.
Wowie
That was
zowie.
awesome.
Zooey mama. And yeah, he
I
does
guess
it.
makes more sense now that we know he's in the game.
I mean, yeah, but like the thing is, like, I thought, maybe we're just gonna see him in his Doom's Eye form the whole time, but no, you're gonna see him in his regular no, not Robert Downey Doom, Black Doom form.
It looks great.
You're gonna see, yeah, he does. No,
Robert Downey
Jr.
Doom
is in
is
the new
actually a
Sonic
really
game.
good name.
they've
That's an awesome name.
They've clearly taken more cues from his in-game character model, because his colors appear to match his in-game look a bit more than his pre-rendered CGI look. But yeah, what do you guys think? Talk about it. Talk about it, you guys.
This is a good looking render.
He basically looks as I expected him to. And yeah, it's cool to see him back. I don't know
You
what to say
hate-
about it.
You hate him.
I do.
You're racist.
No, I don't hate him. But
You'd like him if he was white
we
Doom,
have-
wouldn't you? You'd like him if
we
he was
have a
fucking
fuck.
white Doom.
What the fuck? No. Listen,
Jesus
I
Christ.
think honestly, okay. I'm curious about. It's interesting because, like, in Shadow the Hedgehog, I found Black Doom and the Black Arms really interesting because they relate to a whole chunk of Sonic history we didn't know, yet it doesn't conflict with anything that we knew at the time. So like this was a huge new chunk of exploring territory that we could have gone into, and we don't hear that much about it. And like it's spread out between like a million different levels that are on branching pathways. And I just feel like Black Doom coming back is a chance for us to explore some really cool lore. So I'm just really excited that he's actually coming back, and that's why I hope other characters are around too, like Mephiles.
I actually
I
have
just
a
want to see
theory.
like Mephiles be actually cool.
I have a theory about Black Doom.
Yeah.
He's evil.
I feel like that's too easy. They wouldn't do that. It's too simple.
Okay. Borker. Is it Franken? Franken, yeah.
I like that
Franken.
you let that go immediately. Okay.
He wasn't gonna fight
Dragon
for
Fruit
it.
with $10. Thanks for answering my question and giving some advice. I've been working on my first video for a couple of weeks and have admittedly been trying to perfect it. Hopefully, it won't take 6 months. We hope it doesn't
6
take 6 years
months?
as well. They're
I
hoping it
understand.
doesn't take 6 months.
My Kingdom Hearts 2 video took me literally a year to write.
We wish you the best of luck on your first video.
Dragon Fruit, if it
And it was
takes you
very
any
good.
more than literally 1 month, I will disown you as my son. You'll no longer be my son.
Oh,
Damn,
I'm glad.
that's pretty high
then I
stakes.
should not talk about how long it takes to make certain videos on my channel.
My video turnaround time is very quick because I'm kind of lazy.
Yeah, because you're actually
you
good at YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Aw.
I was good at
Aw.
YouTube, and then I was like, let me write things, and it's like, oh, I'm not good at writing things.
You are good at writing things, Frank. I think you write
Frank,
good scripts.
Yeah, you are good at this.
I don't know about that anymore.
You write
No,
really good
enough.
script.
Enough, Frank. I want you to scream from the
Yeah, I get you,
rooftops
dude.
that you
better
are.
stop.
Will you say it? You are amazing. Will you say it?
I'm not gonna scream from the rooftop. I think I'll fall.
Okay, don't do that. But then just say it. Just say I'm Frank and I am amazing. Wow, you're a
on.
real piece of work, huh? Well, that's fine.
Everyone just
I'm
starts
Frank, and I've
bullying.
conquered all the chippies.
I've conquered all the chippies. I've ate the fucking lords. One day we got to hop into VR chat together because they've got a replica of Binley Mega Chippy. It's in a town in the
shit.
UK
Hell yeah.
called Binley. I took the old Sunset City crew to Binley Mega Chippy in VR chat. They've never been outside of America because they're a bunch of Americans. I mean, to be fair, actually, like, you've got, like, kind of the whole world in one continent, so, I mean, that's kind of fair, I guess. But, like, yeah, one day, VR chat, Binley Mega Chippy. We gotta go to the zoo as well. We gotta relive those VR chat memories.
VR chat zoo sounds great, actually. I would like to do that.
There's a Sunset City Arcade episode where we went to the Mickey Mouse strip house, and that was something.
What?
It was a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse-themed strip club.
I don't want
I'm
to
good.
go
I'd rather go
there.
to the zoo.
We went to a KFC as well, where if you go up to one of the ovens, you get trapped in the oven and there's a giant chicken staring at you.
Okay, that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it's really funny. But yeah, with that, I guess that's the super chat cutoff. So the episode is now officially over. Sunset City
Holy shit, we're here.
is officially closed. So Dylan. Hey, man. How you doing, you funny little guy?
I'm working on a video about the soul dimension. Just did a quick little ramble video about the soul dimension because I
cool.
find it fascinating. And since I watched Sam play Rush and Rush Adventure recently, it was on my mind, and I was like, I just want to say words. So I just did a little recording, and that might be out tomorrow. We'll see.
You need to
sweet.
get Sam on this show.
He's a busy dude.
He's been on this show
Busy
before.
bee.
He could do it again, damn it.
Well, how long ago was that?
It was when Sonic Frontiers first came out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, we'll get him again. It'll be fine.
Wow.
I think we should get him and Kenny. Get both of them.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, well, Franken. What about
Yes.
you? What are you up to?
I am working on a video. Well, first off, I released
Good.
the Shovel Knight video that came out a few days ago. Currently not doing so great, but I'm so proud of the video itself.
It was
I
very
have been
fun.
Everybody
working
watch it.
on Sonic Superstars without defeating a Badnik, and I've been working on a video for Mega Man Rock and Roll. So I hope to have those done within the next 2 weeks. You know, release one and then work on the other one, have that done. I think the without defeating a Badnik one is going to take a little longer to finish just because of the nature of the challenge itself. And I also have a second channel where I've actually recorded 4 videos. It's more gameplay stuff, not really scripted reviews or scripted videos. So it's a little more loose, you know. And I try to put silly edits over it when I can. And I have a Let's Play of a game called Mega Man Again, which is a fan-made remake of Mega Man 1 and Powered Up. And then there's also a video on Visions of Mana that's going to be coming to it soon. So if you want to know what that is, it's Super Frank Plays.
That's a cool name. Frank,
Oh,
spam
yeah.
spam links to that shit in the chat. No one else can do it, but you can.
I will post one link into
No,
each chat.
no,
Actually,
no.
I can only do it
Spam
on
it.
a...
Spam the
I
fuck
don't
out
want
of
to spam
it.
it. I don't
Just-
want to do what Gilly did, okay?
I want you to do that.
No hogs
Alright.
allowed.
No Hogs Allowed will be like at dawn. It will never be.
Fine. There, 4. I put 4.
Creating rival podcasts.
Imagine
Welcome
leaving
back, everybody.
Sunset City and
complete
starting
bullshit.
a rival.
I might.
Andy ACS is being a legend over on Twitch, posting the link to your channel. And
post
also,
it to
yeah,
the main channel.
and yeah, before we move on, obviously, hi Twitch chat, hi Fish Tank. Okay.
Thank you for being patient with us.
Yep, I know you've waited for your acknowledgement, but we see you. Ian.
Good old Twitch chat.
Oh, yeah. So I've still been helping Lowart on his channel work on RG Sonic analysis videos. We just released a video on Fiona Fox. It's titled "Sonic's Worst Girlfriend." So that, you know,
But she's a baddie though. Like,
yeah, a little bit, but you know,
Like-
we made a video on her. So
Like I
there
think
you go.
like next to like Rouge the Bat, she's like one of the like Sonic characters that could totally get it.
Yep. So
You are consistent.
No,
Uh,
dude, she is so fucking sexy, dude. Like Jesus.
But yeah, that's all
Oh,
we're
fuck.
doing, and hopefully I'll be able to be on podcast a little more just because of taking off those Fridays as long as you boys will have
Oh,
me.
hell
so I can
yeah.
have me again.
Absolutely.
Oh, I
Please
don't
do.
remember inviting you to later episodes. Yeah, of course, you're our Green Ranger. Get in here. Fucking get in here.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
Yeah.
Always glad to have you here, pal.
it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Before someone says the thing that needs to be said
Oh
by
yeah,
someone
Puck,
that
what are
is...
you up to?
Well, first, we got one more super chat from Twilord. €5. Off screen, for the record, was more poking fun at the fact I keep doing dumb fan projects in general, like the Shadow mod, which is something that I've got to make sure to live stream someday. He's done this mod of like Shadow
You
the
make
Hedgehog.
mods?
Yep, he's a modder. Or they're a modder. Sorry,
That is not a dumb.
I never asked.
That is
what...
not a dumb project. Stop calling it a dumb project. It is a cool project.
And while you're at it, stop putting yourself down, Frank, and say that you're good at writing videos.
No, I don't take my own advice.
For fuck's sake, Frank!
Do as I say, not as I do.
All right. Yeah, you've already asked a question. Okay, thank you, Dylan. What am I working on? Well, I don't actually know what I'm working on right now, because my main priority in life right now is trying to get a job sorted out. But, I did recently upload a video that isn't exactly doing gangbusters either. It's improving a little, but it's not doing gangbusters. And that is every Sonic Generations level ranked from worst to best, or I think I've now called it what is the best Sonic Generation stage. And yeah, like it's what it says on the tin. It's a ranking of the Sonic Generation stages. You know how it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking I might do a video on my favorite Sonic characters and what makes them great at some point. I've already kind of done, like, you know, a character dissection of Sonic. I did do the Justice for Amy Rose video, but I kind of, you know, I want to kind of do an evolution of that, where I'm just doing videos committed to talking about why these characters are, like, some of my favorites, you know, in the Sonic franchise. I think that could be a fun one.
No, I think you should stick to that because your Amy video is one of your best videos you made. Just because it's not just about like, oh, here's like what makes her good from like this game or that game. You really go into the idea of like, what does it mean to like a larger fan base? What does it mean to like, you know, the history of her and how we've kind of treated her as a fandom and stuff. So I think if you like kept that kind of framework of like, you know, obviously going into the character and then, you know, what people think about the character currently. I don't know. That's kind of a unique take on it that I don't really see. So I hope you continue those.
So what you're saying is, I should do videos about Sonic characters from the perspective of their lawyer, because right now a light bulb is just going off in my head.
And then you can make that a
That's
series.
a funny
Call
idea.
call it In Defense of This, and it's you and a...
Yeah, in defense of this, or
You and a
justice
Yeah,
for this and that and the other. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right. I think you're cooking. there.
That's
Hell
a good
yeah.
idea.
Okay, thank you, Ian. I will. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll press forward with that. I think I've done Amy justice already, so we'll move on to somebody else. And okay, I need it this time. Super chat cut off. One more from Twilord, just because we love Twilord. Sends €2. It's not reloaded, Frank. Just a custom mission type.
I
Is
don't
that the
think I ever said
Gamma
it was
one where it's like
reloaded.
the rush?
It's. I think it is a Shadow the Hedgehog thing still.
I don't think I ever said reloaded.
Well, we got €2 out of it anyway.
If I'm wrong about this, feel free to super chat again.
See, you're into it now. You're getting the idea. All right, well, that's the end of the episode.
Frank's
Who
being
wants-
corrupted.
He is. He is.
I'll remember to do this in my streams. And people are like, "Why do you keep saying answer in a super chat?"
No, listen, they'll be fine with it. Don't worry about it. So, okay, who wants the? Oh, camera inspired. There you go. There's your answer. So yeah,
Nice.
Ah.
to life.